Mm. Mm. Yeah. What's happening, man? I told y'all, man. I told y'all. He messing with these. He messing with these white folk, man. These white folk gonna snap on y'all, man. Okay? He messing with these white folk, man. He messing with these white folk. They gonna snap on y'all. What's happening, y'all? Her name is Shiloh Hendrix, man. Uh, her name is Shiloh Hendrix, y'all. Today's topic, self-destruction. y'all son turds, man. Y'all really did it now, man. Y'all really did it now, man. Y'all really did it now, man. This white lady done raised. This white lady done raised $160,000, man. This white lady done raised $160,000, man. Well, she's getting a lot of threats from of course, from black people. You know how black people are. She's getting a lot of threats because she called that little child, that little black child, the N word at the park the other day. Because the little black child was stealing, was going in her diaper bag. She got the little black child going in her diaper bag, stealing her toys, her little child's toys, and she caught the little black kid, and then somewhere in the thing, the N word came out. I'm not sure it's really hard to tell from watching it whether she was calling the man the N word, who was, because it's a Somali guy that was recording her. There was a Somali guy that was recording her. Let's just go ahead and get right into it, man. Everybody hit the like button, man. Support the channel, man. Hit the like button. Hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. We the only ones that's going in on this, man, right now. Maybe some people might cover this tomorrow, man. But this is big news, man. This is big news, man. You saw the guy, the black kid who stabbed the white kid in the heart. He got $600,000 on his GoFundMe for stabbing a white kid in the heart over basically nothing. And now you have a white woman who's alleged to have called the black child the N-word, the Sun word. And she set up a GoFundMe, and in one day she's got $160,000. Those two things are related, right? Press 1 if you think those two things are related. The fact that the black kid got $600,000 in his GoFundMe for stabbing the white kid in the heart, and now this white woman is getting 106. She got 160,000 in one day because she refused to apologize for calling the little black kid the Sun word. She refused to back down, man. She ain't apologizing. He said, make the Sun word greedy. He said, to be fair, the Metcalfs raised $5. Yeah, but their child was killed. The Metcalfs raising $550,000 is not a big deal. That happens all the time on these sites when you have a tragedy in your family. You know, very rarely does someone stab someone in the heart and then get 600,000. It's just not. It's very rare. Yeah, it's a lot of sun fatigue going on. People are exhausted. That's true. People are literally exhausted. People are pause. People are like, yo. People are running the Sun Marathon, man. It's like the Sun Decathlon, man. Ah, damn. Y'all sun turds, man. Y'all wear people out. I told y'all that. I say that all the time, though. I say that. I try to tell them that all the time. Make sure y'all support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. I try to tell them that all the time, yo. I try to tell them that all the time, man. Y'all wear people out. Everything's racism. People get tired of y'all, man. Y'all the most annoying race. You said you'll donate to her, man. Oh man. You said Ilhan Omar getting deported for this. Let's see what happened, man. Let's see if we can uncover what happened, man. Um,
You call him a nigger? You call him a nigger, the child?
The fuck you talking
Did you
about?
call the child the nigger word?
None of your fucking business.
It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Okay.
Nigger.
All right, that's what you say.
You don't go digging through people's shit, you dumb fuck.
Nobody dig into your shit.
A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a nigger?
Yeah.
The little child?
What, he acts like one, he's gonna
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, a nigger, the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
hold on, let's see if we can see the little. See if we see the little nigga, man. Let's see if we can see the little nigga. That's with an A though. That's with an A. That's with an A. That's with an A. She used the hard ER. That's a big little nigga, man, to be going in a diaper bag, man. That little. See, you know what should have happened, man? According to y'all, listen. According to everybody on social media the last month, right? When that little nigga went in this white kid's diaper bag, man, he went and he touched his bag. This little nigga touched that white kid's bag. That little nigga touched that white kid's bag. What should that little white kid have done, man?
That's what you're gonna call. So that gives you the right.
What should this little white kid have done, man? Let's keep it a buck, man. That little white kid should have stabbed that nigga in his heart, man. That's what I've been told. That's what I've been told. That's what I've been told. Ain't that what you've been told? You should have stabbed him in his heart, you little white punk, a little punk ass white kid, man. Let that dude play. Let that little nigga play with you, man. He touched your bag. You should have stabbed him in his fucking heart.
You call him a nigger, the child?
The fuck you talking
Did you
about?
call the child the nigger word?
None of your fucking business.
It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Okay.
Nigger.
All right, that's what you say.
You don't go digging through people's shit, you dumb fuck.
Nobody dig into your shit.
A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a nigger?
Yeah.
The little child?
What, he acts like one, he's gonna
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, a nigger, the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a shit.
Huh.
Fuck off.
Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you. You call him a nigger, the child?
The fuck you talking
Did you
about?
call the child the nigger word?
None of your fucking business.
It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Okay.
Nigger.
All right, that's what you say.
You don't go digging through people's shit, you dumb fuck.
Nobody dig into your shit.
A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a nigger?
Yeah.
The little child?
What if he acts like one? He's gonna.
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, a nigger, the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a shit.
Huh.
Fuck off.
Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to
He said, "We'll see what the internet has to
say
say."
about you.
So that tether, man, that tether, man. Let's see this tether. So yeah, this is the guy, Somali. He's Somali, man. He's a tether. His name is Muhammad Hussein Omar, man. No, his name is Shamarki Bilili Bele Omar Amari. Oh, and this is the black kid stealing stuff from the white kid, man. Shout out to Far From Handsome. He says, "Keep them eyes open. Don't even blink." Oh man. Oh Jesus. Yeah, man. Facts. You just made me tired mentioning it, man. When y'all don't mention that shit, you're not supposed to mention it, man. You made nigga tired, man. Yeah, man. Never relax. So what do y'all think, man? Let me drop the link, man. Let me drop the link, man. Everybody hit the like button right quick. Hold on. First, let me just get everybody hit the like button right quick. Everyone hit the like button right quick, man. Everybody hit the like button right quick, and I'm gonna drop the link. Everyone hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. All right, let me drop the link, man. Let me yeah, man. This lady got 160,000 on her GiveSendGo, man. She said, "Fuck that, man. That little nigga winning my bag, man. That little nigga winning my bag, man." I don't think one in my bag, man. What's happening, man?
What's going on? Oh, fuck. Still hopping over this surgery shit, man.
What you mean?
Almost done. No, my leg. I mean my ankle. Almost done though. 3 more weeks.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Yeah.
knew Shorty
Well,
was gonna. I saw that shit. I knew Shorty was gonna get in trouble, but shout out to her, man. She had the kahunas to say it.
you she got $160,000 in her GoFundMe. You think this has anything to do with um that black kid getting 600,000 for stabbing the white kid in the heart?
Maybe, but
You
at least she's gonna use it the right way. So it's for her
know? Do you
kids.
think do you think that no? I mean, like usually, like because usually a a white person saying the N word on camera, yo, that's radioactive. Like ain't nobody touching you, man. You know what I'm saying? Ain't
Yeah,
nobody coming in. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's scurrying away from him. You can't find a friend, even family members and shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. I
Uh,
think I think it is retaliation, and I think I do. What do you think?
yeah, definitely, man. I definitely think it is, man. 1,000%, man. I feel like white people see these things, man, and they like, damn, like everything's racist. Like somebody don't get picked up in the right round of the draft. It's racist. You know what I'm saying? Well, but
Yeah,
yeah, and the way black people are treating the family of the kid who got murdered, that they swatted at his house 3 times. The father has had his house swatted 3 times since that happened. And and
I,
then with that activist dude getting on stage talking all that shit about racism and shit. They're the victims. Their son stabbed a white kid in the heart, and now they're playing like they're the victims.
yeah,
I feel like this was a flashpoint, um, because people are tired, man. Niggas overplay their hands so often, and they never get. You know what I'm saying? They never get called out. You ever heard the fable of the little boy who cried wolf?
great story. When I was younger, yeah,
Yeah. And the one thing about that story is how many times he cried wolf before people, didn't come. He cried wolf a lot of times, and everybody woke up out of their sleep. He came, ran down to the field to help him, the shepherd boy, and no one talks about all the times he cried wolf, and the people, allowed him to, you know, cry wolf. Blacks just cry wolf. We've cried wolf like a trillion times. We
so
cry
many
wolf so
times.
much. Everything is. We complain about everything. Everything is got to be turned into some racial thing. White people's name is mud in our mouths. The whole white race's name is mud
Yeah,
in our
yeah.
mouths.
Like it's ridiculous because I'm glad though gliders finally gave her something like sticking together. Like you said, like I think something happened recently in Seattle. Some what
You call him
glider
a nigger?
choked out a little son, and my boy was trying to like, you gonna defend this? I'm like, man, that shit ain't nothing compared to what sons do to to gliders.
He
I'm
choked
like,
him.
yeah, it's on the I forgot where it was on IG where it's a glider. He was choking a Sunteen and around his apartment, and he tried to say, "Oh, what do you think about that?" I'm like, and if it was reversed, nobody would care.
Mm,
I,
yeah.
you know, he doesn't like when I say stuff like that. I'm like, listen, man, I'm gonna say it, man. Like you said, after a while, you can't keep crying wolf, I'm calling them out.
You call him a nigger, the child?
The fuck you talking
Did you
about?
call the child the nigger word?
None of your fucking business.
It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the balls to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Okay.
Nigger.
All right, that's what you say.
You don't
I
go
like the
digging
balls.
shit, you dumb fuck.
Nobody dig into your shit.
A little fucking kid just did, you dumbass.
That little kid, you call him a nigger? The little child?
What if he acts like one is gonna
Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, a nigger, the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a shit.
Huh.
Fuck off.
Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you. You call him a nigger?
What state is this?
Whoa, let me see. These
Gotta be in the
Rochester.
Midwest,
This is Rochester, New York. But at
upstate New
least
York.
that's where these two tethers are. The tether who recorded her. That's where he got a rape charge for raping a 16-year-old at. So, but I don't know if this happened. I really don't know where this happened. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know exactly where this happened. I'm not even gonna lie. But yeah, tether. He's a tether. Let's see. Let's see what the people are saying, man. Everyone hit the like button, man. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Shout out to Gouch from Below, man. Gouch from Below. Shout out to Gouch from Below says, salute Art in the nation. Here's a little something for a new diaper bag. I'm telling you one thing, one of you little niggas put your hands in my diaper bag, I'm telling my little son to plunge a knife through your heart. Self-defense, motherfucker. Don't touch my bag. Don't touch his bag. Oh, son, plunge a knife right through your motherfucking heart. That's how. That's what niggas have said is acceptable behavior. What's up, Ray Wall?
Yo, what's going on?
What's up,
You
Ray
see my
Wall?
PayPal?
Yeah, you said the nerve. About to read it. He said the nerve of that tether to come to a glider country and talk to a glider queen like this. She ain't shit. If it were her, if I were her, I'd call ICE and try to get him and his Steven son kid deported. Yo, listen. Do you think this has something to do with, like, because this woman's got she's got $160,000 in one day on her
Wow,
GiveSendGo.
that's a lot.
Do you think this is a direct, like, white people saw y'all niggas get that boy all that money for stabbing that white kid, and they was like, damn. That was like a wake-up call where they was like, damn, they hate us. They don't just hate us, they hate us.
They finally knowing that.
Yeah, I mean, but white people are kind of like slow.
Can you look
how
at the
white people
comments that are left?
on
See
the
if they're legit.
GiveSendGo. You said on the GiveSendGo.
Just verify it.
This is an anonymous giver. Anonymous giver, best of luck with this. All what they're doing isn't right. Dawn says, white people are beyond fed up with the double standard. Prayers to your family. White pride. Because the losers hate you, I must donate. Yamaza on Twitter pushed me over the top. Thank Yamaza 4337. He said, freedom of speech was absolutely dead. You give all of us hope. Please feel all of the love and support wrapped around you in this moment. Never apologize for calling Browns out for their brown behavior. Jesus. Oh, man. Let me see. This one says,
Salute.
"Hope it helps." Yeah, she getting. Listen, they. This one says this particular group has destroyed parts of Minneapolis, St. Cloud, and Rochester. Oh, this is Rochester, Minnesota. Okay. Rochester, Minnesota. Okay, yeah. He said you can only put up with it for so long, and now they want to destroy this woman's life because she finally got sick of their entitlement. When they really
Yeah,
shouldn't even be here in the first place. Please use this to help you relocate somewhere safer, Shiloh. Wow, this one says love from Australia. Yo, the whole white diaspora getting up in this shit, man. Wow. Said, yeah, he took up the tabernacle of, okay, he's telling some Bible shit. Yeah, listen, I told you last night. Last night I was talking about this. I didn't know this was gonna happen though, but I just felt something in the water, man. I felt that's why last night I was asking, man, like, how often do you think white people should be able to use the sun word, man? A year, man. You just get a pass, man, because sons are so effing annoying, man. Like, oh my God, they're annoying. And then now you got Somali sons being annoying, you know? You got Jamaican sons, yeah, man, racism, homoclad racism. All of you fuckers are annoying, wherever you're at. White people are tired, man. Let me see. Yeah, they not they. This one says we don't have to live like this. We have a right to protect our own home. We must secure the existence of our people and the future for white children. He said that kid was old enough to know better. You're not alone. Damn. Yo. He said that kid was old enough to know better. White people created the world's richest, most inspiring civilizations only to be plundered by ungrateful savages. Rise up.
This is I like this twist in the narrative.
Yeah, she's a cold-blooded. I mean, think about it. This is sad though, man. That a white woman is the one that kicked off the revolution after fishermen and all you fucking guys like you, especially KB, talk shit about women. And it's a white woman, it's a white woman that kicked it off when none of you fucking glider.
I don't talk any more shit on women than you do.
No, I'm talking.
I was about to defend KB. I was like, all of you collectively.
Thanks, Bethia.
Nah,
yo, I hate some bitches.
All of you collectively.
Nah, these guys talk
I'm
shit
not
about
on women's heads. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you do. You talk about white women, and then none of you fucking glider men. All you fucking glider men are too fucking limp dick.
I talk about glider women like you talk about sun men. It's the same thing.
No, I mean I do. I admit it. I admit it. And if a sun man cures cancer tomorrow, I'll be like, damn man, I was wrong about him. I mean, but can you admit that this is a bad look for a woman to have a white woman that kicked off the revolution?
I mean, she's probably going to face more repercussions. Like, she's not going to live this down.
Yo, that's not the question, man. See,
Yeah.
like a limp dick white dude, man. I asked him a question.
I actively reached this morning.
Yo, first thing he did, I asked him a question. First thing he did. No, man. I asked you a question. First thing you did was talk about repercussions and shit. Come on, man. I want you to answer the goddamn question.
Will you answer
the question? Like, respond to the question. Don't be shaking in your boots about.
Can you repeat the question, please?
A white woman had the balls to stand up to the fucking sun, to sun turds about, the double standard of, and just stand up to Sunters. Just stand up on camera defiantly, like, no, I'm not backing down. I called you a nigger and I'm gonna call you a nigger again. And I don't care what the goddamn backlash is. A white man has not done that. A white woman.
Nigga, please.
Jesus.
Oh, no, KB. You got to do it when she was in the fire, man.
Jesus Christ.
Stop
Seriously
it,
though.
KB.
Seriously though. A white, why? And just like a limp dick white dude, you gonna come in all late. Well, listen.
Hey, I don't need to stand for this abuse, Ock.
No, seriously though. No, I'm not even joking with you, man. It's sad, man. You white men have stood back and made a white woman have to stand up, put on her fucking fatigues, put on her hard hat, and march into the battle alone. It's sad, man. This is sad. This is unbecoming.
To give credit, white women did facilitate this situation a lot. So,
hey, they can vote now, so they can, talk shit.
But you gave them the right to vote, so we're just come on, stop it, KB. Just give her props.
Are you gonna tell me I gave women the right to vote?
Okay, the glider man has given it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess everyone everything then.
Hold on, KB. So you don't want to be the representation of the white man on the panel tonight? You forfeiting that? Because I'm not going to be
your whipping boy, Ock.
How am I whipping you? I asked you a question and you said, but she's gonna face backlash.
I could give a fuck about this lady. She's kind of cute though.
She's a Nordic goddess, man. You should salute her, man. You should.
I said salute like 10 minutes ago.
That's a real Nordic.
Can we get another white guy up here, man? I need another white guy to come up here, man. He needs some assistance. KB needs some help, man. Where all the white guys at, man? Where my glider man?
You want me to be a little cheerleader?
That's Freak. You gotta change that name. That's Freak. Gotta change his name. He could come up there though.
I want you to answer the question, man. I'm
really not sure what you're asking me.
Okay.
What?
He said, "I can lay off him. He can't handle it." Jesus Christ, man. He can't handle this. Come on, he can handle this.
Hey, limp dick. That's an aggressive. But then again, you're a son, man. I got you, Ock.
Yeah. Put Wicked on. Wicked is in the back chat.
We call each other bitch ass niggas and shit. We all right, man. What's up, man?
Anyway,
I didn't know I hurt your feelings, KB. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna write you a formal apology.
Thanks, Ock.
Yeah, why you bullying this man, Chief?
I don't know, man. I got
a following.
Here's the thing, Wicked. We hear they talk shit about white women all the time, rightfully so. White women are horrible, right?
We talk shit about everybody.
No. But we're talking about white women right now. We're not talking about everybody right now. We ain't talking about Patels, fucking desert demons, and none of that shit. We're talking about white women right now.
You are pigeonholing me. That's what.
Is it ironic? Is it ironic, Wicked, that this white woman was the first one? She threw the first salvo in the war against sun.
It's very ironic.
Against N fatigue.
Or look, someone's got to do it.
SA victims.
Somebody got to do it, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Do you think that this is a direct backlash to that Carmelo Anthony kid getting $600,000 for stabbing that white kid in the heart?
Negative, Ghostwriter. No.
Why not?
Because, man, I think it's an isolated incident with this random.
No, I'm talking about her making a GoFundMe and getting $160,000 in one day.
Damn, that's a good question. I don't know. That's interesting.
I'm not talking about the incident. The incident, yeah, it's just a random incident. But
Maybe she's a Fed.
oh, Jesus Christ, man.
So you're saying like that the all the money she raised it could be in response to what happened with the one son word in Frisco? Could it be possible that it's
I
not?
don't know what the fuck I just said.
No, all I'm saying is that like white people, I've been covering that story and I've been watching a lot of videos on that story, even though I haven't been going live on it every night. But I've been mesmerized with that story about the white kid getting stabbed in the heart.
Yeah.
And the black people are entrenched. He deserved it. They've gone so far over the top now. They've swatted the father's house 3 times. I mean, where the police come with guns, lay everybody down. You know how what a swatting is, right? And they got this next generation action figure or whatever the fuck he is, spouting all this racial stuff.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the black people are just like, you should see the black women on TikTok.
Wow.
Talking about this. I mean, they are awful. And shout out to Christy Webster, man. Michael Bay, Ruth Jordan, aka the GOAT, Mount Rushmore, back in the building. Salute. Long time no see.
Yeah.
Everybody
So is that
man.
So is that where you asked KB and he's offended by it, or why?
Now I asked KB that, and he said, "Well, what about repercussions? Aren't the blacks gonna get mad?"
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
Yikes!
And call the juice crew on him, on her.
Well, KB, to answer your question, yes, they're gonna get upset.
They always get upset about everything.
My point is, this isn't going to lead to anything. This is going to fizzle out.
It's not about leading to anything. It's about the opposite. It's what I said earlier in the week, that you need to have a united front. You need to be pushing back. And if this woman kind of starts the tidal wave of all these situations where white people are just like F you to everyone else.
And at the very least,
it's helpful.
And at the very least, KB, do you know how much Starbucks this white bitch could buy with all that money?
It's a lot of Starbucks.
And here's the thing. You got a line drawn in the sand where it's like a white woman, she didn't relent during the scene when it happened. She kept like, no.
She doubled down.
She doubled down. And then she received backlash, of course, online. She got doxxed. Everyone found out. You know how like a Sun man could do the most horrible thing in the world and not get doxxed. No one finds out where they live at. No one finds out where he works at. No one, none of that stuff. And a white person says something offensive, you know what I mean? And immediately their job is inundated with calls. And everyone's trying to get them fired and successfully getting them fired. You know what I mean? We've seen that plenty of times with white people. And we've seen it a million times with black people where they do awful things on camera.
And it'd be real nice if that could change.
But what I'm saying is that this is the first time that the white woman who did it, or the white person who did it, has gotten support from other white people.
The precedent was set.
You know what I mean? Not necessarily for, not necessarily like, I don't know if all these white people use the N-word or think they're using the N-word in public or is great or whatever. But what they're doing is they're standing for like, yo, no.
They're standing their ground.
They can't threaten you to kill you and chase you out of the town for saying that when they're responsible for 90% of the crime in the town, and we can't get rid of them.
Freedom of speech.
And for me, it's not even that. It's like this glider woman's going to be at the park, and then this Somali desert demon is going to be the one to be talking to her about racism. And you can't say that, and I'm going to record you. I'd be like, I wish a Negro would. I wish a Negro, especially a
he
Somali.
wasn't even like willing to call her names, like really get mad at her. He said, "Oh, the
It's not about
internet
calling.
will do
I'm
its
saying a
job."
Somali in America is going to tell an American woman about what she can and can't say.
Yeah, it's that, and also the fact that like she's responding to something. Initially, she was responding to the little kid going in her bag. So that little kid
it's like
is
let's forget that. Let's forget this
yeah.
little thief who's not 5. He's about 10 years old at least.
Yeah, let's see. What do you
I
think?
was
I don't
wondering
know.
the age.
Let's see. I think that little kid could be 5. You know, no,
Could be 7.
7. Okay,
Still, he
let's
has thievery in him already. That should
guess
be
what?
the point.
Now he's autistic. They're saying that he's autistic now. It's funny.
Bullshit.
Oh, so he thought it was his mother's handbag. Okay.
Yeah, he's autistic now. He's autistic now.
Autistic children don't even like anything that's not theirs or that they're used to. So, I don't know, making an autistic child go and touch someone else's stuff is even interesting.
Yeah, but yeah.
Sorry, Amanda in the chat said he'll be paraplegic by tomorrow.
Right. Oh yeah, you know that. You know that. You know that. They're gonna. That's the same thing they're doing with Karmelo. Karmelo's like a rocket scientist now. Now he's like a Rhodes Scholar, and he's like, you know what I mean? Like he got a junior Nobel Peace Prize and shit. All this stuff, man.
They took cumulative GPA literally.
Yeah, blacks be lying too, man. That's the thing about it, man. We lie, man.
Yo, you think it's a combination of Trump, ICE, and then Carmelo all combined into one? Like now the momentum, like, oh, they're starting to kick people out. Maybe I could say something there. You know what I mean?
I think yeah, Trump and Elon has a lot to do with this too. By just like opening up the social media platform to free speech. See, one thing about it, black people had a chokehold on free speech for a long time, and now that white people are starting to have free speech too, what did they talk about? Like for the last 4 or 5 years, they were talking about the silent majority. Like there were a lot of people that were very upset about the way the country was going, but they couldn't say anything because you don't want to lose your Twitter page, you don't lose your Instagram, you don't want to lose your Facebook, and you know they would do that. Like I've been suspended from Facebook. I've posted something and immediately they sent me a notice before I even pull my finger off the enter button. Like I've been suspended from Facebook so many times as a black dude. I think they don't even know I'm black, but I mean, just for saying benign things.
They know you're black.
Not going like it's Facebook, but not going full tilt like I do here. But you know what I'm saying? Like so I know white people are getting like, you know what I mean, they were having it rough, especially on Twitter, because that liberal fucktard Jack Dorsey.
I got suspended on Twitter recently. I caught I did cross the line, I guess. I called somebody a maggot with the F, but it was a maggot, you know.
Yeah, no, that's a rough one. The LGBT. But yeah, the guy from GiveSendGo, he's getting a lot of backlash for letting Karmelo use his site, and he's been making the rounds.
Fairness is fairness.
I want to know
for people like.
I want to know, is he going to buckle? Because this woman just put this up. This white woman just put this up on GiveSendGo, and he's been defending having Carmelo Anthony on there. He's making the rounds defending that. Right as he's making the rounds defending that, this white woman puts up thing, and you know he's going to be getting calls and be getting, stuff from the black community. You need to take this down. This white woman, she called the black autistic kid the Sun word and all this stuff. So it's interesting because let's just hear him talk about why he thinks it's okay to have a kid who plunged a knife into another kid's chest, let the kid use his platform to get donations.
But you don't like or don't agree with.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense if it's only for what you want.
Put it on, girl. Let me see it. Put it on, girl. Let me see it.
You're listening to Accidentally Informed. I'm Claudia Jordan with my girl, Erica Cobb. Informers, for the past couple of weeks, we've been talking about Karmelo Anthony. Now, he's the teen accused of killing another teen at a high school track meet in Texas. Well, today we have a guest whose company has been in the headlines with this story. Jacob Wells joins us, and he's the co-founder of GiveSendGo. Now, that's a website where a campaign is raising money for Karmelo's defense funds. How are you doing today, Jacob?
I'm doing great. I'm happy to be here. Great to talk. Great to listen to you guys. You guys do well together. I love it. Erica, Claudia, great to meet you.
So let's just get right into it, because I really want to get a lot of questions asked, because this is a really big story that is only going to get bigger. Karmelo's campaign has raised more than $500,000. Now, what's been the overall response from the public?
Well, you can see over 15,000 donations. That's pretty incredible. That's a pretty big campaign. I do know some people have given more than once. So because people are really passionate about supporting this. Over 4,000 prayer messages. That's a unique feature on GiveSendGo. We realize some people don't have money to give, but we recognize that there is life and death in the things that we say. It's important to speak life into difficult moments. So we give that option. You can see a lot of people have taken advantage.
What the fuck does that mean?
Campaign over 8,000 times as well. And then on the other side, we've fielded hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of campaign emails requesting us to take it down. So you got both. You can see the support on one side, and then in the behind the scenes at GiveSendGo, we're fielding a lot of requests to remove it.
Now, Karmelo isn't your first high-profile, controversial campaign. Has the attention and criticism been different for his, and if so, how?
Yeah, I don't think it's been really much different than some of the other campaigns that we've had in the past. I think the setting around it is slightly different. In the past, it happened to be people that were more maybe engaged on the political right, needing a defense fund, versus potentially on the politically left, which I wouldn't necessarily say that's Karmelo's family. I don't really necessarily know that. It does seem like the lines are being drawn along those lines. But we did, when we had campaigns like for Kyle Rittenhouse or the Daniel Penny campaign, you saw a lot of people on the left really coming at us, wanting us to take it down. And now it seems like the tables have turned a little bit. We've sat in the middle and said, hey, listen, in America, we have the presumption of innocence until proven guilty in a court of law, not public opinion. And these are very, very valuable principles to uphold as a society. And so.
Yeah, but ass white, here's the thing. The only reason this is a self-defense case is because the kid said, you think I can use self-defense? It's not a self-defense case. It's just he killed the kid. Like, he just killed somebody. So now you've set a precedent where anybody who kills somebody can just say, oh, yeah, it was self-defense, and then come on your platform and get a bunch of money. Because it's not like he wasn't in harm. This kid wasn't in danger. He just he just felt disrespected. He was disrespected. He dissed me, yo. So it's like, this is different. This is nothing like Kyle Rittenhouse. This is nothing like Daniel Penny. There's absolutely no comparison.
I have an idea for the Sun community. If they could just come out and admit that they're really scared of white people, then Karmelo could have a defense. But nobody believes that anyways.
Yeah, there's no way. And even white people know. White people walk the street. If you're a white person and you think Sun people fear you, like, come up here. I want to hear you. I want to speak to you, man. I want to
Pick your
I want to
brain.
meet that person. Yeah, I want to meet that person, that white guy that's like walking through the street, who walks through, the city, his democratically run city, and feels like, yo, sons are like afraid of him. That would be a very interesting conversation. Yeah, I don't think that
That's
person
a dead
exists.
man walking.
Yeah, I don't think that person exists though. I don't think anybody thinks that. There's no
Nope.
way.
It's crazy, Aki. You could be like a UFC trained fighter. Son still won't fear you, man.
A son woman won't fear you.
Yep. Hulk Hogan or something.
Yeah, but and that's not to say that there's not tough white boys out there. Of course, there's tough white boys out there.
Not at all. Not at all. Nobody's. Yeah, it's way tougher. Yo, it's military. They're our military. Most of our military,
Yep.
most of our guys jumping out of fucking planes and shit, and fucking aqua diving under fucking water and shit, and popping out of fucking holes and fucking missions and shit. The Green Berets, the fucking Rangers, the Army Rangers, the goddamn SEALs. It ain't a nigga in none of that, man. It's probably one nigga in all three of them units, man.
There's one ranger, the son that with the dreads, but he was the only one.
Yeah, and he's biracial too. But it's like it's
What
listen.
about Goggins? He's his son, man.
Who?
David
I
Goggins.
think that. Oh, I don't know. But what I'm saying is that like it's white boys that's tough. You know what I'm saying? And all that stuff. We got that. But and the average Sun team, you know what I'm saying, 130 pounds soaking wet, big ass fucking shoes on and fucking little ass fucking jeans would kill him before he could even go into his army training and shit. You know what I'm saying? It'd kill his ass so quick, it wouldn't even be funny, man. So it's like, yeah, sons are very, very, very dangerous, and they know it in societal settings. And within the framework of a society, sons are deadly. You know what I'm saying? Deadly. We don't have no honor. Our main way of killing is to ride up in a car and roll the windows down and spray into a
Shoot
crowd
indiscriminately.
Yeah, while we're flying by 40, 50 miles an hour. And that's accepted. No one calls you a punk or says you're you know what I'm saying, you're a coward for that. That's acceptable. Yeah. But yeah, this guy doesn't understand the precedent he's setting, man.
We're going to let this play out the way that it should.
So you didn't take it down for Kyle Rittenhouse. You left it up because innocent until proven guilty. But these same people, now these people want you to take down the fund for Karmelo Anthony. Got it.
Yeah, it seems like that there's a double standard. I typically.
Yeah, but Hornbag, he just said that a lot of people on the left wanted him to take it down. And now he's talking about it's a double standard. If we go back, remember he said a lot of people on the left wanted him to take it down. And now this whorebag acting like she didn't hear that, and now he's acting like he didn't say that. Ain't that crazy?
Disingenuous every time.
He just said that.
Difficult moment, so we give that option. You can see a lot of people have taken advantage of that, shared the support on one side, and then in the behind the scenes at GiveSendGo, we're fielding a lot of requests to remove it.
Now, Karmelo isn't your
support on one side, and then in the behind the side, we've fielded hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of campaign emails requesting us to take it down. So you got both. You can see the support 1,000 times as well. And then on the other side, we've fielded things that we say. It's important to speak life into difficult moments. So we give that option. You can see a lot. We've fielded hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of campaign emails requesting us to take it down. So you got both. You can see the support on one side, And then in the behind the scenes at GiveSendGo, we're fielding a lot of requests to remove it.
Now, Karmelo isn't your first high-profile, controversial campaign. Has the attention and criticism been different for his, and if so, how?
Yeah, I don't think it's been really much different than some of the other campaigns that we've had in the past. I think the setting around it is slightly different. In the past, it happened to be people that were more maybe engaged on the political right, needing a defense fund, versus potentially on the politically left, which I wouldn't necessarily say that's Karmelo's family. I don't really necessarily know that. It does seem like the lines are being drawn along those lines.
And how do you know Daniel Penny was on the right? Daniel Penny never said 2 words. And what he did, like, how do you know Kyle Rittenhouse was on the right? Just because he, like, those two men, what they did had nothing to do with right or left, other than that they, I don't know, man. But watch him say that there's a lot of backlash against Kyle Rittenhouse and Daniel Penny. And then he's going to turn around and the next minute and say, yeah, it's unprecedented that people are trying to get this.
But we did when we had campaigns like for Kyle Rittenhouse or the Daniel Penny campaign, you saw a lot of people on the left really coming at us, wanting us to take it down. And now it seems like the tables have turned a little bit. We've sat in the middle and said, hey, listen, in America, we have the presumption of innocence until proven guilty in a court of law, not public opinion. And these are very, very valuable principles to uphold as a society. And so we're going to let this play out the way that it should.
So you didn't take it down for Kyle Rittenhouse. You left it up because innocent until proven guilty. But these same people, now these people want you to take down the fund for Karmelo Anthony. Got it.
Yeah, it seems like that there's a double standard. I typically would look at myself and say I'm lean conservative, lean to the right. This is just who I am and how I think around things. And I was pretty shocked where I saw.
There's no way you're a conservative. No way. No way, fucktard. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe him at all.
Saw some of people that I would say that have similar ideas around certain things as me when they began to play into a racial narrative that was really destructive.
Yeah.
And I said, what the heck? I've been trying to call them out because I don't think it's good for society. I think when you stand on principle, which is what we've done, that it actually is a unifying force in society. It actually levels the playing field. That's the good thing about principles, is that they apply to everyone equally. And so when you apply them to everyone equally, it actually unifies people. But when you begin to chip away and say, well, this rule for you, but not for me, or vice versa, and start canceling all those different things, you begin to create this tribal nature that we find ourselves in. I think a lot of platforms have done that over the past 10 years. We're saying no more. At GiveSendGo, we don't do that.
Respect.
Jacob, I really want to touch on something that you just mentioned, because you talked about how your politics do historically lean right and conservative, but you're seeing a disconnect between people who may share some of the fundamental beliefs that you share politically or your ideology. And there's a disconnect that a lot of people might say is more radicalized. How do you separate yourself and your initiatives like this one from people who want it to look a certain way because they share the same politics or potentially because they're the same skin color?
I think we just take it back. We try to take it right back to truth. What are the fundamentals? And pull back from the emotion. I get this is a highly emotionally charged, like a young boy has lost his life. Not a good situation. And another young boy is potentially, you don't know what the jury's going to decide when all the evidence is potentially, his family is affected. His life is affected for the rest of his life because of this situation. It's a very emotionally charged situation. I get that. But when you step into these difficult situations, you have to say, well, I can't get wrapped up in the emotion and go after clickbait and getting people to follow me as a result of saying things that, push certain narratives. You got to step back and say, well, what's the underlying principle? in these campaigns and the opportunity for them to be equally applied across the board. And that's where we rest ourselves. And so it does kind of make us a pariah of both sides. And I say,
everybody hit the like button, man. Smash the like button. This guy's full of shit because he's talking about racism, right? Coming from the right, right? But he look at this. Look at the comments from the Karmelo Anthony GiveSendGo that's on his site. That's on his site. Like these are the comments on his site, GiveSendGo.
Carmelo Anthony family GiveSendGo for him, where he's raised over $500,000. Kimmy for $10 says, "Don't worry about him dropping soap. He'll be at home. Austin will never need soap again," with 3 middle fingers. "You think you can be mean? I can be meaner!" Exclamation. "And thanks for the money again, dummy. Here's more money for Karmelo." Anonymous giver, $10. "White American males are by far the most inferior victimhood race of people I've ever seen. I really wish people would get rid of these bedwenches. Black male cucks for white, like Charleston White, who's a degenerate.
Bedwenches.
You
That's a new
think
one.
they can just attack black boys. I joined a militia and been training self-defense since I seen these cowards attack Mello. I'll be in Dallas ready." Coward. Okay, so now he's claiming he saw these people attack Karmelo. Okay. FBA, $15. "Honestly, even if Karmelo stabbed Austin for no reason at all, I'd still donate and support. Whites have gotten away with killing us for hundreds of years. I could care less about white lives." Wow. That's intense.
So this is the thing. He doesn't recognize this because these are black people, and you know how it is. Black people can't be racist. He's one of those black people can't be racist types. So he just ignores all of this. This doesn't even count. But when a white person writes a racist comment, it's like, oh, see, like, yeah, well, this racist it's unprecedented. It's a double standard. I can't believe that they would be supportive of Kyle Rittenhouse and then they're against this guy. Like he can't be conservative, man. This guy cannot be conservative. I just don't believe it. But yeah, this woman.
Yeah, is that Claudia Jordan?
Who's Claudia Jordan? Oh, that white looking black lady. Yeah, she's Claudia Jordan. Yeah.
She doesn't look the same.
She's not black. She's mixed. Okay.
Yeah.
Match.
Yeah.
Wasn't she on that Vivica Fox show?
Vivica Fox, what?
Was it like Fox Soul or something like that?
Yeah. I don't know if she's still on there, but she was on there. She was on there, yeah.
So a so-called Karen in Rochester, Minnesota goes full-on crash-out mode at a park, and now she's begging for cash online while the dude filming her might be a straight-up PDF file. Yep, it's that messy. So let's watch this video now together, and please subscribe.
You call him a child? Did you call the child the word? It is my own business. You call him a Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again? Okay. All right, that's what you say.
He's not offended.
Why is he shaking his head and looking at the camera like, look at what she did?
That little kid, you call him the little child? Are you about to hit him? You chase him here?
He's offended by proxy.
So that gives you the right to call the child 5-year-old the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a
Okay, we'll see about that, what the internet has to say about you.
So this mom, Shiloh Hendrix, who is 36 and is unemployed, is apparently living her best chaos life because she caught a young boy swiping something from her 18-month-old son's diaper bag at a park. So she tracks this boy down, calls him out, and word is that this boy that swiped something from her diaper bag is actually autistic, though I personally cannot confirm that, so don't at me. things escalate faster than a TikTok trend, as you can see here. And enter Sharmaik Bale Omar, a 32-year-old dude who starts recording her, follows her to her car, and posts the whole thing online. And Tizzy Entertainment jumps in, asking the internet to help identify her, to bring accountability to this situation.
God help us. She claims that other child took her son's belongings. That's what kicked this off. The guy who recorded the video is familiar with the other child. When he brings his children there, that child and his siblings are often there and play together. The kid she's going after has autism. He doesn't behave in a neurotypical way. And even if he didn't have autism, nothing he could have done would justify her calling him slurs and pursuing him physically, which is what she says she was doing before this guy intervened. He said after he stopped recording, she sat down, hurled more slurs, told him and his wife that they should leave the country, and then got on the phone and acted like she was calling someone to come down there and handle things. Fortunately, no one came, and eventually she packed up her child and left. But this woman is a danger to children. She doesn't need to be on a playground or around other kids.
Not the pedophile.
She has at
at
least
the
one child of
playground
her own,
with
which
other
is also
children.
concerning.
Okay.
So Rochester, Minnesota, someone do me a favor. Take a close look at her tattoos. You can see her face clearly. Someone please tell me who she is.
And boom, Shiloh's SSN, address, phone number, even her gym gets leaked. So she's like, my family's in turmoil. My kid might not even go back to school, and starts a GiveSendGo called Help Me Protect My Family, aiming to raise 20 grand. And at the time of this video, it's over $10,000. So she writes here, my name is Shiloh, and I've been put into a very dire situation. I recently had a kid steal from my 18-month-old son's diaper bag at a park. I called the kid out for what he was. Another man who we recently found out has had a history with law enforcement proceeded to record me and follow me to my car. He then posts these videos online, which has caused my family and myself great turmoil, end quote. So as you can see here, people are tossing her money left and right, with people saying, time for white people to stick together. Great job sticking up for your child.
This let's see about the
white people are their own worst enemies. Because did you see the shade this little liberal man said? Where he's like, oh, she's unemployed. But meanwhile, all men, oh, women should stay at home, be stay-at-home mothers. Now she's potentially that, but she's an unemployed Karen.
But you know what though? I'm not gonna lie to you. Unpopular opinion, right? I don't know that I'm okay with an adult talking shit to a kid, right? Even if the kid was a bladder kid.
Me neither. I don't support what she did. But what I'm saying is at the end of the day, now after doing that, after saying something like that, her whole life is ruined. She's unemployed, and she's going to be permanently unemployed. Like, she's never getting a job, right? She's her gym. They found out her gym. Like, this is weird. But it happens all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
I
here's the
feel like
thing.
it's too much too. You know,
a son sister who worked for the government or worked for goddamn fucking hair salon somewhere, wherever the fuck she worked at, right?
Yeah,
could have been at that park fighting. Titties out. Cops come, fight the cops.
Man, you know that actually happened in Chicago, right? There was a sister that I guess she was high off PC Pearson, right? But long story short, she was butt naked. A cop responds. She steals his car, runs him over with it.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
Well, you know what happened to that bitch? She ended up getting a job with the city. Think about that.
Yeah,
a good job too.
I'm going to push back on what the two of you said. So, number one, that she may not be unemployed forever, and that's where I would say again, the white community need to support her. If you're a white business owner, help her out and give her a job, because as a private entity, you can give whoever you want a job. So that's where she should get support. And number two, the whole point that we have little gremlins on the street is because adults are not correcting children they see outside.
So you're telling me right now that this lady could call a kid the Sun word? And again, like look,
if he wants to behave like that, she doesn't necessarily need to use the Sun word, but the whole correction: don't touch this, don't do that, don't do this when you're outside.
So
Yeah, we're
then,
nitpicking here.
so then I'm assuming, sister, that you'd be okay if an adult sister told a little white kid, crack ass, crack a kid. You'd be okay with that, right?
I'm saying the verbiage isn't the best, but it's about the correction of the child.
Well, right. A sister correcting a little glider kid, if she was to shit on him in that manner, you're okay with that, right? Yes, just say yes, because you're okay with her calling.
I just said the verbiage isn't great, but in terms of adults correcting other children they see outside, they should be.
Wait. Put brown sugar in. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
Hold on. Salute to Big Larry in the building. Which one is you, Christy? On the left or the right? Which one is you? I think that's you on the left, Christy, but I can't really see because my screen's so small. Shout out to Big Larry in the building. Gary Reeves says, here in Portland for the week, we went in driving today to the coast, and the wife and I noticed something. 0 to little sons. These libs love the sun so much they don't live near them. Go ahead, Brown Sugar. What's up?
Hey, how y'all doing? That white lady, she got what she deserved. I don't feel sorry for her.
She got paid. What do you mean? She got bad money.
She got what she deserved. Not the whole world hate her.
No.
Every
I mean,
black
she got
person hate her for
100K.
sure. And she wrong
She's a
for
hero queen,
calling.
though.
She's wrong for you okay with she okay, well when you take your child to the park or your grandbaby or whatever 5-year-old you got in your family, I hope a grown woman do the same thing that they do to your kid, and let's see, are you gonna donate to that person too?
And usually you're meant to be watching your children at the park, so you should
Are
be
you gonna
watching your
donate to the
child.
person that's gonna
You
curse your
should be watching your
5-year-old out of your
child,
family?
you should be correcting
Not
your child
donating to
not going to
anybody.
beach.
That little boy is autistic. He don't even know what's going on.
Where's his parents?
Wait.
He probably happy his parents wasn't there.
No, but where's his parents? If your child has extra needs, you should be more vigilant as a parent.
She didn't have to call the little boy out his name.
I just said the verbiage wasn't great, but in terms of other adults
It
correcting
was
children,
awful.
absolutely.
It was horrible.
What are you gonna do?
She need to
Okay,
get beat
where's
up.
his parents? Even when they were recording, where was his parents? Not there, not watching him.
She should be happy that wasn't there. So there
You're
have
not
been some more
you're not
stuff
answering
caught
my,
on camera.
you're not
She
answering my
lucky.
question.
The fact
Even
that
the
that little
Somali man
son
had time
child
to
parent
record
wasn't
him.
there is what saved her life.
The Somali man
but
had
Brown
time
Sugar,
to record her.
if the
and
son
no
turd parent was
parent.
there, hold on, let me just say this. Let me just
The
interject
son
this.
child
Brown
who got a
Sugar,
turd, the little boy, the autistic
Brown
mental.
Sugar.
What?
I think what Pantheon is saying that if the parent was there, the parent would have been watching the kid, and even if the kid is a thief or is mischievous, the kid probably wouldn't be behaving that way around his parents. And then if the kid still behaving that way, the parent would be able to correct him. You're saying that the white lady's glad the parent was there because you're assuming that the kid would have still behaved mischievous or had a proclivity to go in strangers' bags with his parent there, and then the parent would have whipped her ass when she responded, right?
It's the way she responded.
Am I correct? But am I
No, but
correct?
It's the way she responded it to he's 5 or he's a baby.
He's a little thief. His parents
like
were
10
not
years
watching
old.
him.
Autistic. What are you talking about?
But exactly, what's
We don't know. I'm not going with that. Take that autistic
He's
off
on
the
a
stage. I don't
spectrum.
believe that.
He is
I don't
autistic,
believe that.
5.
there should be
And
extra
y'all
vigilance.
grown. Y'all own to be this 5-year-old grandparent.
I don't
Are you
believe.
serious?
I don't believe he's autistic. I don't believe he's
I'm
autistic.
sorry,
I think
you
he's
have
saying
He's
a lot
still
of
5.
you have a lot of children, Black Sugar. Do you
He's
not
still
watch them at the
5.
park? Do you not watch them at the park?
Yes, I watch mine at the
Exactly.
park,
So if
but
you see
he's
your
5.
5-year-old going to someone else's pushchair or bag, wouldn't you say, "Oh, come back. That's not yours. Ours is here." The parents
Absolutely,
was
but
not
I don't
watching
expect
him.
another adult human, a grown woman that has kids to herself, to hurl racial slurs and or
Forget
profanity
the
at a
racism.
5-year-old.
If
If you
another
that
child
mad,
comes
hurl
up
them
to a
at
thing,
me,
this is
but
not
don't hurl
yours.
them at a kid.
Like, you literally haven't answered the question about the parents' vigilance on this child.
And you still think you still don't think she did anything wrong by calling
I
a
just
5-year-old the
said her
N-word.
wasn't great in terms of correcting the child. No issue. Like, I didn't stutter.
That's not
And we don't
But
know
the
what
girl.
the
issue is
N-word.
the song word,
You
though.
always bring these redhead females on this panel,
But
and all they want to do is argue with me. Every time
yeah,
her AP, y'all want to argue with me so bad. I'm not from
I don't
England.
want to argue
My
with you
city
so
stay
badly.
on this show. So
You're of
find
no
somebody to play
consequence to
with,
me in my
okay?
life. Like, I don't need to argue with you.
Let me just say this. Let me just say this, Brown Sugar. Let me just say this, Brown Sugar. Are you? I just want to get you on a nail you down on this one point. Are you saying that if the woman had corrected the child without saying the N word, you walk up, let's say you're on your phone, you on your phone, you're not really paying attention. Your kid's gets over the white lady's diaper bag. She sees it before you see it because maybe you're on Instagram or doing just what a lot of parents do at the park. You notice, you hear, so now you're aware of it because you're hearing the woman like, hey, whatever, blah blah blah. You go over there. If she doesn't use the N word, it's fine.
Yeah, if she's upset and she don't call him by his name or whatever, then I'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry, ma'am. He's autistic. I do apologize. And I
Let's
get
take
my
autistic
kid.
out of there. Let's take autistic out of there. That's bullshit.
Okay,
I
let's
don't
say
believe the
let's say
autistic.
the kid isn't
Yeah,
autistic.
yeah.
If he ain't autistic, he gonna get whooping. And then
So
I'm gonna tell her, as long as she's not like cursing at him and use N words and stuff, I probably say, man, I'm so sorry that he did this. Yo, you know better. You gonna get a whoop in the car. I'm gonna get on you. Tell her you sorry, and he gonna get whooping. Period.
yeah.
That's how it gonna be.
Okay, so now because
But
we
if she
don't know
call
when
him
the
an
N
N word, then she gonna get the whooping.
Here's my thing about the N word. We don't know when the N word was interjected. We don't know how long the interaction was. We don't know what role the Somali dude who came up had to do with the N word because he heard the N word. So he had to have been in part of the interaction when the N word was said. We don't know if his agitation brought up the N word, but one thing, we don't know how long the interaction with the child was. We don't know any of that. We don't know if she just came on and said, "Hey, nigga, get on my back," or it was a long or protracted situation, and then the N word was said. But let's just say this. So, as Pantheon, do you have kids?
No, I don't.
Duh,
Are
you can't
you
tell.
are you are you
You
planning on
can't
having
tell she ain't got
children?
no
that
Yeah,
means
I
you
kids.
can't
can't
tell
It's
talk.
that.
so
I can't tell that
obvious.
you're raising gremlins. Like, what's your point?
Oh,
Damn.
Excuse you?
yo, this is crazy.
I'm raising a gremlin.
Uh-oh.
You don't know nothing about me.
Modern parents aren't raising children well, are they? Case in point.
I don't know what they're doing. You can't have kids.
Oh, suddenly, suddenly,
Yeah.
you know everything
Okay.
about
All right.
me
Okay.
from my
Well, I
background.
hope
Black
somebody
sugar,
call your
you're of
future
no
child the N
consequence to my
word,
life.
and then
All right,
You are
are
of
you gonna
no
Hey,
consequence
pretend?
to my
KB, be
life.
Oh,
quiet.
it's okay. You can call my
Let me hear it.
5-year-old the N word. I'm completely fine with it because I was being on Ock Nation agreeing with this woman to do it, so it's okay for you to do it to my kid.
Are you hard of hearing? I literally said the verbiage wasn't great. The correction of a child is no issue. So if the verbiage wasn't great, she shouldn't
The
have said the
issue
N
is the
word.
verbiage.
She
Then
did
That's the
let's let
only
nothing
the
issue.
wrong.
The
parents
verbiage.
continue talking. Like, who cares? Jesus Christ.
Oh, okay. So
She
now,
should lose
now,
her whole job, whole everything. But literally, Wicked just had the example of the Sun woman running over a police officer with a car, and she has her job. Probably calling him all sorts of
Okay,
names.
that what they got to
Very
do
odd.
what she did to a kid at the park. That's the police department fault for hiring her.
No,
That's
the
oranges and
city,
apples.
the city
I
hired that
think
sister.
just to get you on the record, Brown Sugar. I just want to get you on the record. What are your thoughts about the Carmelo Anthony situation? Because last time you
I
came on here,
told you
you
he
were
was
acting like you
grown for
didn't know.
stabbing that little boy in the heart.
Okay, you just unequivocally wrong. Because remember, the guy touched him. He told that he put his hand
Yes,
in the
and
gun.
I told you that was him murdering him did not fit that description did not fit the cause for him to die. If he was
Okay.
that angry, they could have fought or something. He could have just slapped him. But you didn't have to stab him in the heart. Same
Okay.
thing with her. She was upset that the little boy went in the bag. She did not have to hurl racial insults at a little kid.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I just want to, because the last time I don't think we got you on the record about what the Carmelo
I'm
Anthony
on the
situation.
record.
Okay. Um. So what do you think about her raising $160,000 in one day? Are you
She gonna need it. She gonna need it because she through.
No, but what do you feel about it? What do you feel about it? Like, what's your thought? Like, what do you feel about it?
She gonna need it.
No, like, what do you feel? Like, what do you feel about it?
She don't give a fuck.
I don't care because she gonna need it.
Right.
After this,
You're not upset?
What do
You're
you
not
think
upset?
about her being through? What do you think about her being through?
she need that 100. She gonna need that 160
No,
because it's
no,
gonna be
but
a
what do
while
you?
before she get a job.
But what you think about her getting canceled? Period.
I don't care. Good. Spend her money wisely.
So then, what do you think about when sisters do worse shit? They don't be getting canceled. How you feel about that?
They don't get 160,000 either. She'll be fine.
Well, hold on. This is the first time this has happened, but historically, the white woman's life is ruined, and the black woman's life goes on as if nothing ever happened.
What black woman you talking about?
Every video we show, every Boone Chica chimp out video we've ever seen.
Chimp out.
Their life don't go back to normal. They got a criminal record. They have felonies.
No, I'm saying a lot of those times they don't even like police. It's just some woman that chipping out in public. Hold on.
Or even on social media, saying gangster shit, saying ignorant shit on, saying
exactly.
racist shit on the internet.
Exactly.
Like these TikTok videos with the
You call him a
queens.
nigger?
Yeah, let's just refresh our memory on this one, man, right quick. It's been a while since
You call him a nigger, the child? Did you call the child the nigger word? It is my own business. You call him a nigger? Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again?
Fuck you, nigger.
Okay.
Nigger.
All right, that's what you say.
So, Ak, you at the park with your kids. You okay with someone doing you like that?
Nobody dig into your shit.
Got the balls, right?
Yeah, I already said he
That
wasn't
little
cool with
kid,
him.
you call him a
calling
nigger?
him a
Okay.
The little child? Are you about to hit him? You chasing him here?
He took my son's stuff.
So that gives you the right to call the child, 5-year-old, a nigger, the N-word.
If that's what he's gonna act
That's
like.
what you're gonna call him.
That's what he's gonna act like.
You know, that's a hate speech. And you can be recorded for that.
I don't give a shit.
I can barely speak English. Talking about
Okay, we'll see about that.
He had to do that.
Now she in hiding. Don't care.
No, she had to do that. It was
I mean,
real weakness. If
me
she
and
had
Wick,
just walked away, he would have followed her all the way to her car, took her license plate, all kind of stuff. When she stood up for herself, he was like, "Oh, okay." Well,
They said he and his wife did follow
She
her. That
called
she
him
had
back.
to call
Standing up
someone.
for yourself is if a grown man like cussed her out or whatever. That's standing up for yourself. That's a 5-year-old. You stood up for yourself over a 5-year-old.
She stood up
Brown
for her.
Sugar, we agree with you. We agree. It's name calling children is no good. Period.
It's distasteful.
Even if it's a glider kid, I'm not calling no glider kid cracker. None
It's
of that.
wrong, period, to any child.
I agree.
Period. And if a black girl did it to a white kid, it's wrong.
But she wouldn't need to lose her job or anything, right?
But the thing is, this is what Ak is saying. If a sister would have said the same thing, I don't think she would have lost her job or anything. And that's what we're trying to make that point. Look
She
at
could
this.
lose
Like,
her job. Why not?
she
It
should,
would
but
have
she won't.
you, brown sugar, resulting
She
into
Well, if
won't.
she
insults.
don't lose her
Immediately
job, then
trigger
that's
happy.
not who fault is that?
It would have
That's
just
the
been a
glider's
Tuesday
fault
if a
because
sister
y'all
did
didn't
it.
get together and come together as a team and make sure that someone
Yeah,
lose her job.
for sure. You know what I'm saying? It would just been a Tuesday if a sister did it. I
Tuesday,
Let me
definitely.
read. Let me read some of these super chats right quick. Shout out to Andy Armour, man. He says Keisha shows up and everything goes pear shaped. Damn. Shout out to RS, man. He says only sons resort to violence over a single word. We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. Never relax around blacks. Yeah.
And
Wow.
we don't care.
Huh?
You're
Oh
talking about
wow.
his
Yes, you
super
do.
chat.
Wow. So this one says Glider on the Moon says LOL brown sugar is showing her sugar supremacy. It's a word. Appeals to fair play have failed, and we are owed a lot more patience in this slight swing of the pendulum than you're prepared to give.
Don't know what all
Mhm.
that mean.
Basically
Next.
saying that they're saying that white people have put up with sun turds for a long fucking
And we
time.
put up with them for a long time too. And we put up with our own for a long time. What's their point?
All right, let's look at this. Right, let's look at this one. These black dudes they punched this white lady because she didn't give her the number. People can see these black dudes on camera. Are you saying that it's the white people's fault that the black community won't dox these people? Because the black people relied on other white people to dox that white lady. Black people don't know who the fuck that lady is. They relied on people from the white community to tell who that woman was. Watch this.
One. Say, knock that bitch out. Bro, back up. Back up.
Times Square.
One. Say,
It
knock
says
that
you,
bitch out.
and then you say you hear
I
them
don't know what
admitting to it.
happened. Pink, what's
they
going on?
they beat her
It
ass because
says
she didn't give him her number.
she said you tell a motherfucker you don't want to give them
That's
number,
what
and this is
happened, bro.
what
So what do you think about
Times
that,
Square.
bro?
Back up.
Times Square. This is Times Square.
They gonna get doxxed, brown sugar? They canceled?
No, cause y'all ain't gonna dox them. That's y'all fault.
But
They
that's
need to
what
go
we
to jail.
said.
To be honest, cause
but if
that's
we
assault.
But it's not gonna happen though, brown sugar, because
No,
you
they need to
know.
get more than dox. They need to go to jail.
now you're being racist.
Shut up, Wicked.
I guess these are all children too, right, brown sugar?
What you say?
I said these are all children too, right?
I was gonna say he's a baby. This one here, he's a
I
baby.
can't
I said a
correct them.
5-year-old was a baby.
Can't correct
You don't
Now,
think
them.
a 5-year-old's a baby?
now
Can't.
this one
At
should be
your big
called a
age?
song word.
At your big age, he's
Oh, I'm big
5.
now. Yeah, you know nothing about me. Love it.
How old
It's
are
just
you?
it's just crazy how
It's a
you exhibit
5-year-old.
typical behavior that if you're on the back foot, immediately resort to insults. It's fascinating.
You sound just like that AP girl. Yeah, I
I must
insulted
sound like
you,
an AP.
and I don't
Yeah.
care.
Shout out to
It's
AP.
fine.
People with
Anyway,
thoughts.
next, stop talking to
People with
me.
people with
Stop
brain
talking to me,
cells.
lady, because you don't know me.
Brown
People with
sugar,
brain
can we
cells.
call this one a song word? Is that okay with you? If we
Yeah,
call him a song word?
yes.
Okay, my
Just not
respect.
that 5-year-old. I don't appreciate
No,
that.
but we're talking about
Oh,
this
wait,
baby.
brown
Talking about
sugar.
this baby right here.
At what
That's a
age
man.
is it appropriate?
Ain't that a man?
No, that's a baby right there.
I don't
It's
even got
just a
my
baby.
glasses, so I don't know.
All right.
I was wide awake.
Salute to Christy Webster, man. She says, you guys up on the panel need to stop. Shh, shh. I heard that she talking about Mark. Mark is
Right.
Israel.
Mark over here moderating, referee.
Yeah, Mark one here. And listen, I don't encourage cat fights, but I do think that when you're talking about children, that is kind of like the domain of the woman. You know what I'm saying? So
There is no cat
Exactly.
fight
It's
at
touchy.
all.
Like to hear a 5-year-old get insulted like that of any race
There's no
or
cat
any
fight.
gender,
Brown sugar is
it
of no
bothers me.
consequence to me.
It bothers me to hear anything that goes on to a child. I don't know what she said. What you say?
Yo,
Of course you don't know. You don't have brain cells.
yo, man, I
Girl,
put up a
speak up.
poll, man.
Speak
Although
up
we
when
know
you
who's
talking
gonna
to
win
me
it.
because I can't hear you. What you
Put
say?
up a poll.
There's no
DNA
need
wins.
well, this is the most pointless. It's not a cat fight.
Okay, well,
It's an
you earn your
absolute
coon
joke.
points on Arc Nation, so
Oh, thank you.
okay, yeah,
I've
thank
been
you.
rated by Brown
Wait,
Sugar. I've
Brown
been
Sugar,
waiting
that
for
was
that my
Coon
whole
low.
life.
so you
And then
good.
now I can go to work happy because Brown Sugar has called me a coon. Yes.
Yeah, go to
Yeah,
work.
get over yourself, Brown Sugar. Christ.
You get over yourself. You just jealous
Jealous of what?
of
Yeah,
me.
you jealous of what she got?
Yeah, you just jealous.
Oh gosh.
But
So
hold
look,
up, like you called her. What do you mean coon points? What do you mean?
She a coon.
No, I'm
on the
here.
app
I'm
you
I'm an
said
I'm
You a
an
you said on
Uncle
the
coon,
IG
Tom.
you
still
said
I'm an
hating.
Uncle Tom. I'm a
Yes,
sellout.
you is, and you
Because I
hate
because I
women.
don't
And you
agree
hate
with her. I don't
children.
have her
And you
thought
hate
process.
yourself.
Yeah, I don't
And
have
you
her thought
probably secretly
process.
hate white people. Just
Oh, I
on here
really
pretending
yes,
that
I
you
do.
on their
I do
side, but you really
secretly hate
ain't.
white people. Not you living in their community, talking
You jealous? I'm in a
talking
community.
mess about them,
Brown
talking about
Sugar,
oh this
you
white
love
man was
white
racist to
people.
me, but you love living in
They
their
is
community.
racist.
Yeah, of course.
Some of them
But
is really
I'm the one
racist.
who hates white people. Okay.
Some of them is very
but
racist.
no, but Brown Sugar, you did not give us an example of the racism.
I don't have to
We
give you
asked you.
examples.
Okay,
Just know
so
that
you can't call them.
some of them are.
No, we
How are they
pressed you
racist?
on that, and
I
you wouldn't
know.
give us
I
an
know what
example.
you did, and I refuse to tell you my story. Why would I tell you something? For what?
Oh, cause you don't got it, Brown Sugar. It's all right. You don't have to
It's
lie.
okay. I'm not gonna tell you nothing. I don't have
You don't
to.
got it. It's okay.
Yeah, okay. I
They
don't gotta
nice
tell
to
Okay,
you.
y'all
We
Jack.
know they're nice to you.
let me hear you. Let me hear your thoughts on this then. On this one right
I
here.
called the fucking cops on myself. You know what they told me? They literally told me they was not going to help me.
Is that Angel Reese?
I kid you the fuck not. He literally said he's not going to help me. They're not going to help me unless I literally look like I'm trying to kill my kids. And I said, okay, wait a second. So you mean to tell me I got to look like I want to harm my kids? Now, even if I'm doing it for fake, just trying to get help, shit, they're kids. Everybody got to look the fucking part, which means I would literally have to terrify my kids for a lifetime to get help. And I'm not comfortable with that. Right now, where my kids are, they're safe. I can still freely see them. I talk to them, everything like that, except for my oldest two. So as far as people who say anything like about my mothering, it takes a true mother to do some shit like that to give her kids a chance that she couldn't give them. Where my kids are right now, they're thriving as kids. They can afford to just be kids. When I had them, I was always trying to work, trying to figure out what I got to do for the next hustle, for the next little $50. Like even if it was raiding here, shit. My legal system failed me. Everybody, when I was younger, like I actually had a letter I wrote to one of the teachers at school telling her what I was going through. I done told so many fucking people, nobody did anything. If the people who are supposed to protect you, if they don't listen, make somebody else listen. Make the world listen. Don't ever let nobody make you shut up. And it's okay to not be okay. Go seek that fucking help. Because granted, I do look like the devil in everybody else's eyes, but they don't understand. I called the fucking cops.
Okay, so let me just say what I think. I'm glad she didn't kill the kids. Salute to her, the Sun Woman for not killing her kids. What do you think about that, Brunson?
What I think about what? Her not killing her
Just
kids?
no, I'm just saying like her putting her kids up. She couldn't. You didn't hear it. She couldn't handle her kids, so she put them in. She voluntarily put them in foster care. She tried to tell the police that she was going to hurt them and stuff like that. They wouldn't listen. And she finally voluntarily put her kids, gave all 5 of her kids up.
I mean,
Yeah, that's a
she
good thing.
did the right thing because if she hadn't did it, she could have been another news story where she murdered herself and her children.
A 30-segment news story?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Another
exactly.
story of a woman who murdered her kids.
Now, do you you guys are known as the worst stewards, right? That's
No,
just
that's
kind
the
of
women in India.
well,
It's
you
the
guys. Well, first,
Patels.
Yeah.
well, okay, but
You guys are
you guys are
original
known.
Indians, Brown Sugar. And
Yeah,
I don't know if you know
exactly,
that.
exactly. Y'all original Indians. Y'all were known. Y'all are known as the worst stewards of children. Do you think that more sisters should do this?
No. I think they should level up. If I don't know if she has like a drug addiction maybe, or if she's diagnosed with a real actual mental illness. I mean, her case could be there. I'm not sure. But if you don't have a mental illness, I think you should, and woman of any color, just level up. Get you a good support group. Stay away from drugs. Stay away from men. Don't try to date. Focus
Yeah, but
solely on your
those are the good
finances and
things
your
in
Stay
life.
children.
from the blackest thing.
Huh?
Those are those are the good things in life, though. Like she's young. You tell her to stay away from all the good men. Men are pleasure to
But she's
a
not
young
even
woman.
she's not in a mental state to be a mother. That
Yeah,
being someone girlfriend should be the last thing on her
but
mind.
that's
She need to get
idealistic.
herself together so
But
she
it's
can
not
get her
realistic.
children back.
It's not realistic. But what do you think about this woman, Pantheon, right here?
I know she did a good thing. Instead of being a murderer, she gave them up.
Yeah, I agree,
Or
man.
wanted to
I
give them
think
up.
Simple as that.
I agree, man. I think she's a hero, man. Give them kids up, man, because you know, yeah, exactly. Let's see this. Let's see some more.
Did it say if they stayed in her wider family or if they went into care?
No, they went to. Oh yeah, she said she could see them all except for the oldest two.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe not.
She's more like an anti-hero because why is she having them in the first place? If you ask me, anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she can't control. That's what I was saying about what Brown Sugar said because she doesn't seem like she has a lot of discipline in the first place. Now you're telling her get off
But
drugs, go
if
turkey, get
we,
off
I
mint,
mean,
go
like
turkey.
I said this in the past, and I say it again. We don't know if all her children is. We don't know if any of her children is a product of rape.
Oh my goodness, Brown Sugar.
Yeah, right. Come
Don't do
on.
that. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
come on,
And they're
man.
autistic too.
But
Right.
but
She got 5
you
autistic kids.
see how you guys say that, but you just did like statistics on rape.
Well, I mean, maybe her mom was raped. Maybe her aunt had depression.
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
wasn't
who can?
there. No one was there in her conception of each one of her children. I don't know her
Life,
situation.
life. So let's all right. This you go on there. Let's see. It says when you pull up to the drive-through, and the employees are fighting. Records. I think
It's
this is
lit.
checkers.
They not washing their hands. Girl, I got it. It's going. Get me outside. I'm outside every day, and you're not all these other people just sitting there looking fucking stupid. Just looking fucking stupid.
Y'all would have left that. I would have left that restaurant.
Fucking complain. All y'all white ass fucking people sitting outside. Y'all do
Damn.
that shit all the time.
Maybe she's
She
depressed.
said.
Maybe she's going
No,
through
she said.
depression or something.
Did you hear her say, "All you white ass people"?
Right.
Yep.
One thing about Chick-fil-A that I love is that it's
The
actually not
service.
like this.
No.
Yeah, it's never like this. It's the
Service with a smile
opposite.
for real.
Yo, this is Chick-fil-A. I don't know what this is at. I don't want
It's
no
more like
parts of
Popeye's
this.
behavior, you know?
This is like
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A. Like, yo, this is definitely Popeyes. This is
Jesus.
She gonna get hired by Popeyes. Do a great job over there. Fit right
I'm
in.
telling you. Yeah, I mean,
Church's
but
chicken.
look how quick she went to the white ass, all you white asses,
Yeah.
and it almost is like it doesn't hit the same way.
Nah,
Like,
nah.
we don't sympathize with white people when see people say racist stuff to them.
No, if the roles were reversed, like it would be a huge deal.
Yeah.
You would hear Richie, whatever the fuck, talk about it, fighting tears. In this day and age, man, Willie Lynch.
Yep.
Other people just sitting there looking fucking stupid. Just looking fucking stupid. I'm getting my fucking ride so I can go. And I'm filing a fucking complaint. All y'all white ass fucking people sitting outside. Y'all do that shit all
Always filing complaints.
there. What is the police supposed to do?
And she still call them racist somehow.
I thought they were scared of the police. Now I don't care.
Yeah, she don't care.
And she would still call them racist after saying all that racist shit.
What happened? I don't even know what happened. I don't see no fight.
They probably called her the song word, Brown Sugar, right?
Yep.
Give us one of your son scenarios, Brown Sugar. Come on,
So
you
this
got
one right
Y'all
here.
ain't finna gang up on me.
It says white privileged father of 3, Donnie Smith, 53, died hearing 3 men laugh at him while stomping him to death. On December 6th of 2023, Donnie and other customers were harassed inside of a Columbus Kroger. After being removed by security and not satisfied with just words, they waited outside for Donnie, where they ambushed and beat him to death, making sure to take anything of value off him while he lay unconscious and bleeding from his head. Okay, well, these guys, that's another thing right there. Like, right, he thought it was over. He thought because they had the dust up in Kroger's and the guys in the black shoes got removed by security, he thought it was over. No,
It ain't never over.
Nah, never.
It ain't never over.
Even when you die, it's not over.
Right.
Yo, I wish more Gladys watch your channel, man. They really don't
They
know
do
these
watch
things.
the channel. What are you talking about?
More Gladys.
Nah, not enough.
Yeah, we should have like 20,000 in the chat,
Yeah, you
man.
gonna get
How
them
many we
killed
got?
too.
It would save lives.
Yeah, I saved
They gonna
lives.
get
I saved
killed.
lives. I saved a lot of lives. We got 284. Okay, that's easy.
right.
Let me read some of these super chats. Salute to Malik Quelly, man. He says 5 years from now, that little turd is gonna be throwing the N-word at his ops with the Draco. Selective outrage at his finest.
That's true.
Facts. That little fucking sun turd is gonna be a sun turd. And he gonna do what sun turds do. This one says, Glado on the Moon says, if there was a group that held supremacy over society, they would be able to make anyone who was rude in the park a pariah across the globe. Well, I guess that is sons. Sons definitely, we have the power. We the ones we can ruin you. We can ruin you. Salute to let me see, Manos. Manos says the problem is the cancellation and docs over words. Yeah, I mean, and the lack of cancellation and docs over this.
I gotta get the money first. I know. Let me see. I'm not doing that. I gotta get the money first. Pizza. 2 pair pizzas.
If he had a gun, should he have shot him, Brown Sugar?
Yeah,
This video
I'm asking
sums
no
up
questions.
society right
Ask
now.
one of them men a question.
This video sums up our issue in society right now, in a
I
nutshell.
don't want you talking to me. Talk to one of them men on the panel.
It's like that, huh?
Oh, so butthurt.
I'm not butthurt. I just don't want to talk to you.
Of course.
Of course. I don't want. Look.
Throw out insults and then can't handle rebuttal.
Girl, you don't. Girl, look.
Yes, I don't know you. Yes, I'm a coon. Yes,
Okay.
I'll just repeat
Shut
everything.
up talking to me. You lucky we own a computer.
Absolute joke.
Because if he wasn't on a computer, I already know. I told him this about AP. If he was not on a computer,
You beat her ass.
What are you
we're
implying, Brown
resorting
Sugar?
to threats of
I ain't
violence
saying
now.
we can see it.
So
Take
tell
that
me
rag
this.
off your head.
Tell me this. Let me ask you that question. Then Do you think if this old glider had a gun, you think he would have been justified in shooting that fucking son turd?
You asked him, yeah.
Really?
His life was in danger. Did that man have a knife in his hand?
I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. I don't think
Nah,
he's in danger.
I don't think so.
I don't think his life is no. He doesn't got nothing to do.
I gotta get the money
His hands are empty
first. I know. Let me see. I'm not doing that. I
He's
gotta
not
get the
doing
money
nothing.
first.
Some man would have shot him.
2 pan pizzas.
So when do you shoot him? Now? Oh no, you going to prison if you shoot him now. Now you go to prison for
Didn't he
that.
just take his car?
Very short window.
Right, you gotta be like quick draw with draw on this motherfucker. Yeah, this is murder right now, right there. No, that's murder or some kind of manslaughter or some kind of shit. Yeah.
Hey, he didn't knock.
Disgusting.
What it do? At least he didn't knock him down.
I was gonna say, actually, you know the girl in Times Square where they beat her ass. I always say it. I gotta say it again. She's lucky she ran into some of the more merciful sun man.
Yep.
I think it's because it's Manhattan too. If she was in the alleyway, she'd be in trouble.
Yeah,
Manhattan, Bronx, Chicago. What's the difference?
Nah, in that area, it's a lot of police.
Yeah, it's a difference. What?
Man, like you said, a lot of police. Like I said, what's the difference?
Well, it is. So let's see this. This is a prankster.
That's the
Hello?
stage. That's not even real.
Hello. Hey, hello. Bro, what are you doing?
That was uncalled for.
I was talking on the phone. Like, what?
That was.
Bro, come on, man. You can't be
That's
doing
the
that.
stage.
That's fake.
That's fake.
Bro,
They
like,
know each
how am I
other.
supposed?
You think white women wouldn't have the balls to do something like that?
Nah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Oh my god. So let's see this one. This woman right here is Washington Representative Jamila. This woman's a representative. She's been voted. She's an elected official. Let's see how she represents the sisters.
Maybe they might want to call me a monkey today.
Jesus Christ, she look like Bernie Mac.
Participate in our inclusive economy.
Leslie Jones.
This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
The people in my community are asking for restorative justice. They're asking for us to
AKA, let all
repair
the
the
prisoners
harms that previous members of this institution, and I would dare to say, Mr. Speaker, some current members, maybe they might want to call me a monkey today.
Jesus Christ.
That's something that a mother would love, man. That's a
Brown Sugar. Have you seen this one?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, I heard of this channel.
Who is that? Who is that?
Desirable Truth. I don't know my name, but I've seen this channel before.
Nah, he's a good. He goes
Was
around
like-
interviewing random people.
Yeah, this guy's good.
And y'all had a good conversation.
Black bitches in the way. Hey, we're ready. What's the questions?
What's your name?
I'm Key.
And you?
Brand.
Why do you think it's appropriate to just run up in our interview mid-conversation?
I ain't gonna lie, they white and I don't give a fuck.
Are you just looking for attention?
Right there. If this had been reversed, these two girls would be doxxed.
Still got laid out.
We would know where they.
Them
No,
just
no,
got beat up.
but that aside, we would know where they worked out at. We would know where fitness, what it was. We would know what their apartment would be.
If they were off the gas bill.
But to be honest, I would have liked. Did they take up for themselves?
Fuck no.
I doubt it.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. They
Come
gotta
on,
take
Brown
like.
But that's the thing though, Brown Sugar. You know they can't. You know that.
You know those sisters
I've
are
been
gonna
around
beat
them for
their
3
heads.
years. They do take up for themselves.
Weird.
Shout out to both Pantheon and Brown Sugar. I like the fact that there's discourse in the panel. I like that. I like that it's not an echo chamber.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, brown sugar. I know there's white girls that but when these black girls saw this, they knew that these white girls were not those white girls.
Nope.
Okay, and there's very few of those white girls that you're talking about. So like,
But some women
Brian,
like to see lighter girls take it for themselves, especially against girls that act like this. Because trust me, they do it to some women. These two girls would definitely do it to some women that they think is weak.
We know.
Yeah.
Right.
We know that.
Now,
But
go ahead.
But they will hurt these white bitches, bro. Sugar, you know they will hurt them.
Maybe that child one. It's some strong lighter girls out here.
So you
They can really
looking
fight.
at this picture right here, you think that the glider queens got a chance against these behemoths?
I don't know.
Yeesh.
The fat one, I don't know.
That
How
one
you
was
know?
gonna be here.
They
Hold
gonna
on.
definitely, they probably kill that little short one.
Hold on, brown sugar. You do know that a lot of fighting is experience, and a lot of fighting is a big deal of fighting is experience. One, because fighting is it's adrenaline. It even everyone's scared when they fight. Don't everyone gets scared when they fight. These white girls probably have never been in a fight, and if they have, it was probably in the first grade. These black girls, they've probably been in 100 fights. That is a fucking advantage that goes unnoticed. And when you're talking about this, when these black girls fight all the fucking time, these white girls never fight.
Yeah.
So no matter how big that white girl is, she's never been in a fight.
But if she knows how to fight and she got strength,
Man,
you know
that
that white
hair,
girl
still
know to
whoop
fight.
her tail.
the hair is a disadvantage. The sisters
Yeah.
they're wearing
I wouldn't
feet.
I wouldn't even want that white girl to be able to know how to fight. Like she's what a woman is. Like that's what a woman is.
They
right
will
there.
grab that white
What you
bitch's
mean
hair
that's
out
what a
and
woman
swing
is?
like they will swing like a ragdoll from her hair.
Yeah, but
Feminine.
some woman know how to
And
fight.
dumb
All right.
bitches, they're
No,
wearing
I'll tell you what it
Talking
is.
nice.
It's femininity, not that beast of fucking red hair girl who can probably beat probably half of the guys on the street over there.
Off topic,
Oh,
but
wait. Time out.
yeah.
Patel, can you take that bitch? Can you think you could take her? Or you think she got your number?
Dude, she would pile drive me into the ground. Like
Jesus Christ. With cholesterol.
Yeah. Mark, can you take her?
Hell yeah.
I will beat the dog shit out that fat bitch.
I need to talk shit out that bitch for real.
I don't
What
think
else
so,
am
man.
I
Those girls are
offensive?
strong as fuck, man.
Yeah,
They
I'm not
got
gonna
more
say nothing.
testosterone
I
than
might
like a
just
lot
have to
of
shoot
guys.
that girl.
So
So
tell me this.
my thing is though, like these white girls, like that, especially the one with the red hair, she was so desperate for attention. Like, how many guys do you think approached her on that night
None.
versus how many
A
guys
lot.
approached that one tall Viking queen?
For some head? Yeah.
Probably. She got approached. They
So
both
tell me
got
this.
all of them got approached that night.
Yeah,
She got that throat game.
in groups, yeah, in groups. But tell me this, brown sugar. How tall are you?
I'm not giving you my height.
You can't tell us your height.
No.
She's like
Jesus
5'8",
Christ.
We're gonna
5'7".
assume. Yeah,
Hell
we'll
no,
assume
brown sugar sounds like
5'4",
she's 5 feet.
5'5". I'll go
She's
with
like
that
5 feet.
assumption.
Yeah, she 5'1". Brown sugar 5'1".
No, I don't think. No, I don't think she's 5'1".
I think she is. I think
The
she
average
5'3"
woman's
at
height.
the
Yeah.
top.
Are you leading on to our height, Zach?
Yeah, reason I'm just
You're,
saying is
you're
because
leading on to my height versus brown sugar. I love it.
no.
I was curious.
Only reason because I would say that this girl right here is about 5'11", and this girl right here is about 5'1", 5'2", 5'3", something like that. So, but that's what I was saying. But what is your height, Pantheon?
She looked like she'd be as tall as Pearl.
How tall are you, Pantheon?
I'm 5'10".
Okay,
I knew
yeah.
Long
See,
legs.
you ain't whooping,
Like them long
nobody.
legs.
You ain't whooping nobody ass,
You're
bro.
I knew she was tall.
You ain't whooping nobody ass, bro.
Brown sugar,
I knew she
brown
was.
sugar, she
I
could
knew
be
she was
biting her
tall.
ankles.
Brown Sugar sizing her up, Chief.
It wouldn't matter if you was on the computer or off the computer. You ain't got no win. You ain't got no win.
Yeah,
You ain't no win.
okay, whatever.
Hey,
Shout out to
real
the.
quick, by the way,
You so messy. You real. You like
get,
them dudes in high school. You so
What's up with these
messy.
comments?
I
Man,
can't
brown.
stand you.
What is a brown sugar?
I
hey,
ain't
by the
studying
way, did
comments.
you
Oh,
did,
brown
They been talking bad
sugar.
about
I
me for
get it.
years. I
Damn,
don't
my
care about
bad.
them comments.
Damn, I'm late on
hey,
that one.
did you guys notice about the pizza video? Did you guys notice what was happening in the background? Not just the pizza guy who stole the pizza, but his
His
friend, what he was
homies.
doing.
His homies were there.
Yeah, but did you see what he was doing? He got into that guy's car and ran off with something like his wallet or something.
Oh, damn. Damn.
Yeah, the pizza was the least of his problems that got stolen.
You know what? Yeah. Shout out to Brown Sugar for not crashing out on the panel.
Not yet.
I don't crash out. I'm good.
She ain't crashed out yet.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna crash out. It's nothing to crash out over.
she's been as cool as a fan unless you unplug it. But yeah.
Well, here's the
I'm
thing:
damn
she ain't
cool.
gonna crash. She ain't gonna crash out because Pantheon's 6 feet tall, so she knows it ain't no way.
Yeah. Boost up. Make her feel good. I know she needs to feel good. She can have it.
I will say this: had I shouted the N-word on my I won't say what arrest, I probably would have had to do 5 years. But anyways, I'm glad I didn't have to do that.
Oh, you're the glider tiger, right?
Yeah. I
A
am.
glider
And
tiger.
speaking,
What's that?
shout
You
out to
biracial?
shout out to the Sun Tigers
Yeah,
Seattle
he's
for letting me
Asian and
smash.
white.
Oh, I seen this video. Like hilarious.
Yeah. Shout out to the Sun Tiger chick.
You are right now. So you're refusing to leave? Are you refusing to leave?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so then grab your bag and let's go.
Okay, leave me alone.
Come on.
Leave me alone.
So you don't want to go? You
Yes,
want
I
to
am going. I'm going.
Okay, so let's go because you're going to be arrested if you stay in here. I'm not going to sit here with you all day. You want your bag
Right there. Boom.
Exhausted.
You don't care about your arrested?
There is no care.
You need to get off the property. Let's go.
Yes, no, I'm not going to do that.
You need to be off of this property.
I am. I'm leaving.
Come on, I'm getting
You cannot
her.
arrest me.
I can because you're
We
not
can't
Just
only
slam her down.
Yes, let's go.
No, I can't do that.
Not even looking.
I see you playing with your hands. I don't see your feet moving off this property.
Go do some real
You're
work.
not allowed to be here. You need to leave. What are you not understanding? Where are you
Don't worry
going?
about where I'm going.
Well, we can give you a ride if you
No, I don't want
just
to
start
ride.
cooperating.
Can't ride.
Well, then you're going to get arrested because you're not leaving.
She should at least get 2 verbal warnings.
Ma'am,
Leave me alone.
no. Let's go.
Stand up.
Get up. You're under arrest.
And then a forced removal. Oh.
Why am I being arrested?
Yeah, she didn't put up a fight.
Man, you gotta love some.
It looked like she put up a fight
Why is she
earlier.
being arrested?
What
She
you
was
mean?
trespassing?
Trespassing.
Yeah.
Trespassing.
Gets 2 verbal warnings and then. Yep.
Now look at this. This video. This was last week in the
God
temple. When they were beating the shit out of the kids in temple. They were going around
This
beating
is
up
a
white
temple?
people.
Oh, this is Philly.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm assuming this
Think
is
about
Philadelphia.
this. Think about this, right? All these
Oh,
people
man.
are beating the shit out of white. They're going around beating up white people, right?
Yeah.
None of these people are gonna get doxxed. None of them.
All right.
Yeah.
No one cares. No one cares. That's the worst part. No one cares.
Man, bro. You
That's
make
wild.
a great point.
When
That point you just made, it's a great point, man. Wow.
No one cares.
One of the
Wait, what do you
things
mean,
as I
God?
got
You
older.
mean nobody cares? Nobody cares that it's because it's white people that are getting beat up, or nobody cares because it's expected
No,
behavior?
no one. Everyone knows
Yeah.
that these people are different, and everyone knows that their behavior is just part of life. It's a constant. It's something that you can't escape. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not like you can fix it. You can't fix it. There's no solution. There's no solution to their behavior.
Society has expected that this is the phenotype, and it's used, I guess, to give them a pass.
But they don't say that though. They say that they act like this because of Jim Crow.
Exactly. Yeah, that
So
and
it's not the phenotype.
Yeah.
They're not saying it's a phenotype. They're saying that it's because of white people's treatment of them
Oh,
historically.
so it's equity.
That's what they say. Is that not what they say?
They don't say equity, but that's
No,
what
they
I
say
think.
that
Their answer is always changing, Wicked.
They say the reason that some people behave this way is because our gliders treated them historically. That's what they say. And poverty is because of the gliders, how they treated them, right?
I would
Isn't
say
that
that was a very
British?
good
Isn't that
summary, yes.
British BLM chick? It looks like that
Yeah,
British
the
BLM.
one who got her.
yeah.
I think she's still in hospital, to be honest.
Yeah, she's still in the hospital.
Yeah, what we literally
Half of her brain
no
is
one's heard of her since.
Like I said, if there's more than 3, that's where I will not be.
This is
unless they're my day ones.
Well, check out this.
Oh, he down with the Brown.
I have a few.
Famous last words, Glider Tiger.
Famous last words.
Hey, to all of the people who are against Carmelo Anthony, me as a black man in America, white people, I'm telling you and I'm telling you now, you ever even think to approach me, bully me, harass me, think you're going to be with your twin brother or twin whatever, and do anything to me, I too will poke you as well.
Yo.
Straight to the heart.
I'm
And that's on
sorry, but
self-defense. This is not the Jim Crow era. This ain't 400 years ago. This ain't 1619. This ain't back in them days.
Like you see,
Glad
look like,
but that's crazy because people that look like Aqua would actually be the one that kill him.
Y'all,
he looked like he eats corn on the cob the long way.
Jesus,
that's nasty.
That's a funny.
But he's
Too
not
many
not
rings.
docs though. He can go to work the next day.
Right.
Yeah,
Man.
I mean,
Gliders suck at racism, like they suck at it.
yeah, I'm telling you, man. Black people, man, we got it good.
I think it would be called what the British would call cigarettes. I know they got like their own lingo for cigarettes.
A fag.
Yeah.
You have a fag.
Well, we can't use that word on YouTube. I'm sure you know.
I think if there's
She
anything
said
on the
cigarette.
stream, I
said a
obviously do
cigarette.
not care about
I said a
words.
All lives matter.
All lives matter. All lives matter.
All lives matter.
Every life. You agree? Do you agree that all lives matter?
Black man, yo, get out of here, bro.
You're about to get the Charlie Murphy treatment.
It says
all lives matter. What's the big deal?
Matter type shit. What the fuck is this, man?
So what you saying? Black lives don't matter?
I'm saying every life matter. All of them.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
Fuck all lives. Black
Are we
lives.
sure this is
Why-
real?
Get out of here, yo.
What's wrong with that?
Get the fuck out
I
of
think
here.
it's
look at
legit.
that.
I think that's
matter.
If it was legit, wouldn't they
All
just
lives
beat
matter.
him up?
Oh,
Nah.
that's Joey Salads.
All lives matter.
What that shit say?
Huh?
Look, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, man.
What's wrong with
Cops killing niggas every fucking
What's wrong
day. You
with
like,
it?
get the
What's
fuck out
wrong?
of here with that.
Dude,
Yo,
That's a skit. They would have been way more violent.
okay.
If it-
Yeah, I
Yo,
don't think that's fake.
fun fact,
Yeah.
that some word there got gunned down by a brother the next day.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Hang on the side of big. That
Plot twist,
you know,
not
we
really.
put up perfect timing with my mama, neighborhood though. Yeah. Shit. Hang on the side of big. That's why you know all the bitches, the hoes they pull up with they trick, they park them right here. They get blunt right here. I'm guarantee. Look, got niggas calling from jail right now. All my niggas locked up. You see, nigga.
He said that with so much pride.
That means
said that
he's
was
popular.
so much pride.
What he
He
say? I
said
couldn't understand. What did he say?
The hoes they pull up with they trick, they Parking right here, they getting blunt right here. I'm gonna see, look, got niggas calling from jail right now. All my niggas locked up. You see, nigga. Crazy. 66 Broadway. Yeah, the block on her. It's like you get pumped.
I got a headache. I got a headache if I listen to that bullshit.
On baby.
Yeah, they silly.
Let me see. Salute the Glide on the Moon. He says, and before fisherman comes storming in, I'm well aware of who owns the media and who pushes the narrative.
Shout out the fisherman.
That's funny.
Oh shit. Brown Sugar wants Gladys to adapt to a way of life that suits her rather than the other way around. It's understandable, but incompatible.
I am sometimes ashamed of some of the people I got involved with. But at the same time, I think it's also what's kept me alive.
What do you think about that comment, Brown Sugar? Do you disagree? Do you understand it? Do you agree?
He said I want. He said I want what white people to adapt to the way
want
of
people
life.
that suits you, as opposed to the other way around.
Like as opposed to me trying to fit into their life. I
Like
don't know. It's like I'll break that down. What is he saying?
Basically said that like you like white people, like you like living in white neighborhoods, you know what I'm saying, but you call white people racist, but you won't tell us how they're racist.
That ain't what he's saying.
No, what I'm saying is
translation for English. Jesus.
Everybody's racist. At the end of the day, just about everybody. It's just certain levels to it.
No, but but what I'm saying is that is Brown Sugar, like you're not like totally against white people like a normal sister is. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not.
Right, but you expect a lot out of them. You expect them to be patient.
They're humans. Like they're humans. I get it, but at the same, what I'm saying is, just because if I experience something from from an individual, right? I don't want no one to make me say, "Well, you should be okay with it because people in Memphis killing each other." That ain't got nothing to do with me.
Well, talking about
That's
like
the point I'm getting at.
microaggressions.
If I bring up of something that happened of a racial incident and it bothers me, I don't want no one throwing in my face what happened with some YNs back home.
Well, can you tell
You
us
don't
what
want no
happened?
pushback.
And I want to say this too, and I feel like as a people, black people, we should do the same thing with the gliders.
Yeah, good luck with that.
If we as a people, we dealing with something in our community as far as like two black people, whatever, they kill it. Okay, let me get my thoughts together because I know what I'm trying to say. Hold on 1 second.
All I heard her say I was, "We shall overcome."
Ooh.
We shall.
It looks like to me, what I'm hearing her say is she doesn't want to be challenged on her incident of racism that she thinks she experienced.
Yeah,
So
don't
she's not
challenge
even
me,
gonna
and
say it.
yeah, don't challenge me. And if I did experience something that was truly racist, I don't like to be challenged, and I don't want to be thrown
But
in my
what
face
was it?
that some Negroes did.
But what
back
happened?
home. And I'm saying as a people, I'm talking to black people now. I'm saying as a people, we shouldn't bring up which I did the other night, being funny when I brought up when you asked the question, you was like, how do you feel about the some woman sticking the glider EMT in the heart? And I was like, oh, they brought up they put us through 400 years of slavery. Like that is annoying on both sides. We shouldn't do it to each other. It's two racist
I
people.
actually agree with that.
Well, can you give us an
Like
example, Brown
like
Sugar?
we
Of
Yeah,
what
like
but
happened?
the
we
thing
should,
is though,
cause we do it a lot,
the
especially with criminals. Like Like with this case here, the guy that stabbed the twin, right? What's the first thing we did as a people? I'm talking about black people. We brought up Kyle Rittenhouse.
Which had nothing to do with
They
black
had
folk.
nothing to do
But
with it. And I think and then like to some black people that's like me, that's not really on that level. If I bring up racism that truly happened to me, then I'm like, well, what about the black people that's killing each other? And it's like
But
it's
But I
annoying.
don't
It's
think
like,
that's what we were. I don't think that's what we were talking about. Like
but
it
I'm
was just
not
Bill
talking
to
about
never
see
seen
an
me
and I'm
bring
just
that
argument.
saying
up.
like we
It was just to
shouldn't
decide
do
on
that
its own
to each other.
merits if it was really racist or not.
what happened, Brown Sugar? What happened?
I'm not telling you.
Can you give us like a general idea? Like, was it like words? Was it like a stare?
I'm not
Did they
I'm not
touch
telling you.
you?
I'm not telling you.
Did they touch you?
I'm not telling
Oh
you.
shit, y'all, y'all ain't gonna believe this. Oh shit.
Uh-oh. We got a breaking?
Update.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, man. It was
They released the
160,
footage.
right? It was
Have they stopped the
160, right?
GoFundMe?
Yeah.
It was 160.
Damn.
Now it's 208. She got $40,000 since the last time we checked it.
Jesus.
I think she'll
Salute.
hit the goal before the end of
She
year
need to
to
keep
buy.
raising. She need to keep raising like the black family do. The black family, every time they get it, they raise it. That black family try to get it like
Reset it. Just keep resetting it.
I wonder how many Sun people donated.
not one. Not one.
I hope the little boy parents sue her and get
Oh,
some of
you
that
should
money.
I would
donate.
say Jesse Lee Peterson may have donated.
Wow.
Yo, look at this though. It's not one lump sum though. It's little small donations in that little bit of
Yeah.
time.
Anonymous giver. Anonymous
This must
glider.
we must secure the existence of our people in the
This
future for
she
white
getting
children.
support from the
Yo.
KKK. And y'all
Yo.
shocked by
Yeah, we
this?
should read these comments, man. I'm sure they're gonna be
Yo,
very
It's the Ku
time out,
Klux
brown
Klan is
sugar.
supporting
Whoa,
her.
whoa. Look at that comment.
Brown
Yo,
sugar.
that comment's
Why
crazy.
would you say that it's the Ku Klux Klan when the Klan is a very small group right now? Like, I mean, these are no. Come on, you've never interacted with the Klansmen. If they were a
Yes,
big
I
They
group, you would.
hardly
first of all,
exist.
yes, I have. They
They're a
came to my
boogeyman.
city when I was a child. What are you talking about?
No, yeah, but that's those same 7 guys. They go to every city in protest. It's the same ones.
and then they do
What,
nothing.
what I'm talking about, Brown shit, is these are 7,409 people gave
That's
in one
racist.
day. How do you know these are regular people? These are
How them
regular
people
people.
are racist? Look what she did.
These are
Okay, so if a man grab a 5-year-old little girl on the booty and it's on camera, and then he's
Right?
like, "Oh, I grabbed a little girl booty and I'm sorry and I'm getting doxxed," and then all these people donate to him. You gonna be like, "What? These a bunch of pedophiles?"
Yeah, we would say
right.
that.
What
Okay,
the
so
hell
what are
kind of
these a bunch of
We
comparison is
would
racists?
that,
say
Brown
that.
That's
Sugar?
our little comparison right there.
Yeah,
But I'm
that's
not
different.
I'm not against the Give Send Go platform. Shout out to them for allowing
Yeah.
both sides. I wasn't against Anthony getting his funds up and whatnot. It
Yeah.
sucks,
I
but I'm not
was.
against it.
I
Yo, K.
was. I am. It sets a
Yo,
terrible precedent.
KB. If you need money, you know what to do, bro.
Yeah, it's a terrible precedent. But this one right here is this is a different spirit to this. But let me see what they're saying. This one says America must be 100% white.
So he ain't racist. Okay.
No, what I'm saying is Brown Sugar. Yes, I'm saying these people may have maybe what you call racist in the public square, what we call white people racist. But
He just
black
said
people,
America need to be 100%
yeah,
white. That
but
that
black
counts for
people say,
everybody on this panel.
yeah, but black people say the same things and
And
they're not
worse.
considered
They
racist.
say
Yeah,
worse.
yeah,
Brown
way
Sugar,
worse.
could you at least understand the frustration that the person that wrote that is coming from? Can you at
Nope.
least understand? You can't understand. So them seeing all these Hispanics coming over here, they feel like they're being invaded. All these son words killing everybody and robbing everybody, right? Arabs, Chinese coming here. You don't feel these white people's frustration?
No, because where I'm at, it's over 90%. They don't even see any of these people.
They don't see these people. Some people are
What are you
everywhere.
talking about? The Chinese own a lot of the stores in the hood.
They're not in the hood.
What are you talking about? The stores are owned by some of
The
them.
gliders are not in the hood.
Oh, the gliders. Oh.
They gentrify
the
the hood.
sunwords are not only in the hood, unfortunately, Brown Sugar. They're not only in their own neighborhoods. They're everywhere. And they're victimizing everybody. So if this person says a comment like that, that's nothing compared to what the sunwords are doing to people.
Because it still be crime even if it was 100% white. He'll get robbed by
Brown
white
Sugar,
person.
now you're being disingenuous when you say that, all right? You don't mean. Think about what you just said. There'll still be crime. Yeah, obviously there will still be crime, but they wouldn't even be close to the crime that is going on right now.
Would there be drive-by
Majority of the
shootings?
crime is like in the inner cities. Like if you in the inner city, then yeah,
But
you could be victimized.
Because of some people. I mean, that's you understand that, right, Brown Sugar? You do. So
Like
that
some
comment
people,
again, that
rednecks.
comment is
Mhm.
you have to understand. It might not make you feel good, but it's nothing, and it's understandable.
I know how they. I know what they do. I know what both of them do.
Shout out to the 109th Precinct in Queens for stopping and frisking me. I didn't understand it at the time, but now I do.
I know what
What's
both
the
of them
Korean
do.
German guy's name?
I'm the Art of Will.
Art of Will. Okay. Cool.
If they use it to insult one another, then why can't we? We're no longer
Korean and
tolerating
German. Dang, you must have a high ass IQ.
being held emotionally hostage in a country where every race wants to move to. Yeah, look, I mean, it's understandable why these comments.
Wake up.
Ark is done.
Wake up. No. Why weren't you guys watching?
Well, Wicked got the number.
Anytime he's quiet for too long.
You know, somebody was talking shit to me about saying that I fuck with a dude that keeps falling asleep on the stream, and I obviously I couldn't defend the sleeping. I mean, I think it's understandable. I'm a father. It's tiring, but to a point I could defend it. You know what I mean? But Ike does a good job regardless. You support the channel. At the end of the day, where else can you get something like this? Such a diverse panel discusses these topics. You don't get that. Tell me I'm wrong. Press 1.
Little too diverse.
I don't see shit wrong with these comments on this GoFundMe. I don't see shit wrong with them.
There's nothing wrong.
They're frustrated, and I don't blame them.
That's still wrong.
I do understand their frustration. Now, what is wrong these days?
It's wrong. This is they're donating to a woman who called a 5-year-old N-word.
But
no, I'm not against it.
If she was standing up.
They're hurting her. They're trying to hurt her family.
Hey,
she talked about her kids. She had to put her kids out of school, Brown Sugar.
She put herself in
No, but that's not the point. I explained it well earlier. If a sister did this, nothing would have happened to that sister. This glider
That's
bitch,
not our fault.
Her kids she had to pull them out of school.
Nothing is your fault.
So BS. Are you okay if I call you BS? And when I call you BS, I don't mean
no. You
BS.
call me Brown Sugar.
All right. So as I said earlier, I'm not against her for having a platform for crowdfunding. Same thing as I'm not against Anthony for also having his platform for crowdfunding. I think both sides should be able to allow to have that platform.
But going back to who would win in a fight, Pantheon or Brown Sugar?
Y'all men are so annoying.
Brown Sugar, you brought the fighting up.
We should put a fundraiser in there.
Someone has an
and
echo
then
on.
stream it.
We should put a poll. I should have put poll of who would win in a fight.
The chat is OD, man. The chat be like, come on. I still haven't forgot the chat how y'all came at Ak when he talked about that issue with the Orbeez. When the glider shot the Orbeez at the sun and then they responded and fired back. I still saw how y'all came at him on that. I haven't forgot.
No, they didn't fire back. They beat him to death.
That's right. They didn't fire back. Oh, I forgot what they did to him. But yeah.
No, there's no fighting. I just always find it funny where once someone has a pushback, they just resort to insults, and
When
then
did I insult
at
you?
the end,
When did
it's
I
all
insult you?
kumbaya. Women should stick together. The black community, but insulting
What
people
did I
throughout the
say?
stream
When did
don't
I
realize
insult
their
you?
own conduct.
When did I insult you?
But
What did
I can't fight with someone who is of no consequence to me.
What did I say
Like,
to you?
I would have to rate them to say I'm engaging in a verbal fight with them.
So, Colonel, that is a very good question. I say that goes to the Metcalf family. If he is convicted, then the money should go to the Metcalf family. But only if
When
he's
did I insult you? What did I say?
I think it should go to his family too. But then the Anthony family wouldn't
And
release
she
that
don't
money.
answer the question. Okay.
How can I answer a question? You literally told me not to be talking to you earlier in the stream, and now you've forgotten.
Yeah, what did I say that was insulting to her?
But I'm not talking to you. You asked me not to talk
Yeah,
to you.
other than this lady here talking. Men, what did I say to her that was insulting
You can talk to her now, Pantheon. The rules changed.
No, of course. I think it's pathetic.
Okay, what did I say that was insulting? You still ain't answered that question.
You're calling people coons. You're doing all sorts, and then at the end,
You
you're
is
telling Ak,
one.
"Oh, as women and black women, we should all
But
stick
you
together."
are one.
But you
I
don't
get called
realize
one
your
sometime
conduct
on here, sometimes
because
I
someone
don't.
disagrees with you.
I
And
get
then you're
called
resorting
one.
to threats of violence if you and AP saw me in person and not over the computer.
No, she wants to fight AP too, I think.
You know, I just said myself.
Is that
and
right?
If you knew anything, you know that I
Yeah,
said it a
she
long
threatened
time
AP
ago.
also. Yeah.
Yeah,
If I know
said it a long
anything,
She
time
threatened
ago.
me.
you
As a
won't
matter of
tell us
fact, she
anything
threatened me too.
about you. You
It's not a
insult
real
everyone
threat.
else.
It was just
Then you
a
all tell us we don't know
reference to
anything
something I
about
said
you.
a while ago. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
Brown Sugar, you gotta
I
do it to
am
everybody. It's a
not
rite of
bothered by
passage.
you in any point or form. I'm just
Yeah, I
saying
don't
that your
expect you to
conduct
be.
over
You
the
all the way over
stream,
there.
that you don't even remember what you said like an hour previously. It's weird.
I know. It's called being on the podcast, I guess. I just don't know what you're talking about anymore now.
Ak, wake up.
Wicked said
But
he called
now,
him, but
yeah, I call you a coon because sometimes you was one. But sure, they call me names on here all the time. All the time. I'm getting called names right now in the chat. It's okay.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
chat.
it's just it's the chat, and
The
then
the
Oh,
panel
I'm not
should have
bothered by
some.
you. I'm
it's
just
just
saying that if
it's
one
just
doesn't
part
have your
of being
thought
on here.
No
process,
rules.
if one
Chaos,
doesn't have your
anarchy.
thought process, and they're immediately a coon if they're black. They're immediately a coon if they don't have your thought process, like your group think. They're immediately a coon and a
But
sellout.
you is a
I'm not
coon.
bothered. I'm not bothered in the slightest of what you call
But you
me.
are a
As I said, I
lady.
Go
You're
don't
ahead
know
and
you. You have no
define
lady.
coon,
consequence to
Brown
You
me.
on a
Sugar.
panel. You're a coon.
Brown Sugar trolled. She's trolling
Wow.
that bit. She's just trying to get a rise
You
out of you, Pantheon.
you're a coon, Pantheon.
I'm saying that she can't.
Who is AP? That's the name does sound familiar.
I
Yeah,
mean,
she completes the triumvirate of sun women around here.
But
yeah,
Art
you're a
of Will, just
coon.
remind me about, because I think you joined and I wasn't there. But you said you grew up with your mother, who's Korean.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is correct. Yep.
So do you live in the
I was
States
raised
now,
I was
or do you
raised
live
by
in
a single
Korea?
Yeah, I was raised by a single mother.
Do you live in the States now, or you live in Korea?
No, I live in the States.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking.
So you have no contact with your dad? You haven't had any contact with him, or
I tried, but the problem is, like, I never knew my father when he was like normal. He suffered like a brain injury and stuff, so I never, like, right before I was born, so I never knew him when he was like in his normal state. And then for
Does he
some
know
weird
who
reason,
you
my
are?
mom divorced him. So,
Does he recognize who you are?
Yeah, surprisingly, but his wife doesn't like my mom and I.
Oh,
Yeah, so she kind of acts as a little bit,
yeah.
a little bit of a barrier.
This
Are you a
somebody wake him
millennial?
up.
Well, shit, I'm not asleep.
I'm on the border of millennial and Gen X. I'm just on the border.
Oh, okay. Late 20s then.
You was snoring so loud, my phone was
No,
out.
that's not late 20s. No, Gen X, not Z.
Oh, Gen X. Sorry.
He
The other
wasn't
way.
snoring, Brown Sugar.
Yeah. So I went through a lot in life, but and there was I'll say a lot of it I do I'm actually kind of ashamed in a way. Right. But at the same time, though, it does help me get to that level of not. I hate to say it, but not having to completely relax around, the sun.
Why you can't relax?
Why do you hate to say that?
Why you
though?
can't relax? Are you with a
Say it
hood?
with your full chest.
Because just about every arrest I've had has always been involved with the sun.
Ah, you talking about your job?
No, every arrest, every time I got arrested.
Oh, I thought you was a
Has
cop.
always been,
And they're saying, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing.
It
was him.
And I even got snitched on by his son twice.
You up? They're very hypocritical.
Dog, don't you dare fall asleep.
Wake up.
That's why I'm about to not relax. But
I'm about to ask him a question. Hold on, man.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, Wicked
Asking questions keeps you awake. Please do.
All right.
All I was going to say is, what was the job? You said you couldn't tell us the job. You felt ashamed or whatever you were doing.
Oh, no, it wasn't a job. It was just some of the people I got involved with.
Hey, real quick, Wicked's in the back.
Okay. It wasn't a job, too. I mean, just go ahead and spit it out, man.
No, it wasn't a job. No, it had nothing to do with the job. It's just like it's just people I hung out with.
Oh, so you were in the street. You were in the in
Yes.
the underbelly.
Yes.
Dress size. This guy says dress size.
I've had 109th precinct mess with me almost on a daily basis. But that's a different.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're ashamed of things that some men are proud of. Okay.
Well, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed because like now I start to understand and I start to support the idea of the broken windows, stop and frisk. But back then I didn't like it.
Right. Yeah, nobody likes getting rousted and stuff like that. But yeah, you have the perspective to see that it's society's better when police are proactive. Dress size, ladies. Austin Emmer says dress size. What's your dress size, lady?
That's exactly what Amanda and I were talking about in the chat. They're like, okay, they'll do hair color, they'll do bust size, they'll do dress size, they'll do shoe size.
They do that with women. They just men. They do that.
Hey, I tell you, my waist size, I wear 42 and a 34, 42, 34 pants.
But you have lost weight, so keep going.
Yeah, 42, 34 pants. Thank you.
Shout
out to
make sure you get your rest,
Samuels.
Doc.
Shout out to Kevin Samuels for asking every female caller what their dress size is.
What's your bank account look
Women,
like?
not females.
My bank account,
yeah,
why
what's
you
the
not
bank
watch it, Brown Sugar?
Men on the panel.
Is it what did they say? A 666, isn't it?
Oh yeah, the devil Chad. They call it the devil Chad.
Yeah. Salute to Andy Armour, man. Shout out to Glide on the Moon. He says it's Glider's fault for not doxing those Glider queens. Fault for not throwing hands. It's those Glider queens' fault for not throwing hands. Brown Sugar. I don't want my women to live like that. Yeah, bro. Those glider queens that you said that they didn't fight? Who
That's
wants
that
to?
glider guilt.
Who wants
I'm
to?
saying they
Who
should have
wants
took up
women that
for
know how to
themselves.
fight?
They should have took up for themselves.
You know the funny thing when people talked about stop Asian hate, I didn't even jump on that bandwagon.
Well, you should have. All right, look at this. Look at this.
Well, no, because anybody that came at me and if they didn't come at me correct, they was gonna get it. So it didn't matter who.
Right, but what
But
about
Stop Asian Hate was literally about some men
you?
against
Senior
elderly, especially
Yeah.
Asians.
And it's
You-
got
And you didn't
glider
have any
blame
feeling
them
about
for
that.
COVID.
You didn't have any feeling about sons beating the shit out of senior citizen Asians. You didn't feel anything about that.
Well, I didn't like it, but at the same time, I also look at what cities that it's in, and I'm like, yeah, they probably voted left, so they got what they voted for.
That's stupid.
What?
Wow.
Oh, because the way they voted, they deserve. It's okay for them to get beat up.
I didn't say they deserve it. They just got what they voted for.
They didn't get what they voted for.
Well, I don't think the
That was gonna
elder.
That
I
was
don't think
gonna
the
do
elders.
that no matter
Restorative
what the
justice.
vote was. What
It's
are you
exactly
talking?
that.
They're criminals.
Well, I don't think the elders voted for it, but it's their
But they're
stupid.
criminals. It didn't matter what the vote don't matter. The who in the office doesn't matter. If they're criminals, they was gonna beat those people up regardless. So they didn't vote for anything. They just got beat up.
Again, like I don't allow myself to be a victim. Like whoever wants to come at me and check me or whatever, they're gonna have to earn it. And I think that's how other Asians, now the elders again, I can feel for them, but everyone else, no, they gotta learn to watch. They gotta learn to watch their own back.
Are you in LA?
What's up?
You're in Los Angeles?
Not anymore.
So Crip or Blood?
I never jumped off the porch.
So tell me this.
I see my cousin jump off the porch, but that's yeah.
So when you see, like, as a black person, man, we wouldn't tolerate that. In one video of a senior citizen black person getting beaten by another race, just one video, and we still be talking about it today. Everyone would know that person's name, both people's names. They would know both people's names in the incident, and it would be like the worst thing that ever happened. But you guys, that's a form of acceptance. You accept. You think that black people can't control the violence secretly, right? Or openly.
No, I think there are subdivisions of the Sun community, if that makes sense.
I think we just have our own stereotypes about our own people, like about each other, and then, but at the same time, when our people do something to their people, they get upset, or when their people do something to some people, we're upset because it's still racism on both sides going around.
So I saw an old video. It went viral. I don't know how old the girl was. I don't know. I'm trying to even remember what the event was. Might have been a wedding. Might have been something. But anyways, but I remember it. And yes, it was full of sun. And I remember the girl said, "When I grow up, I wanted to be a stripper," and the women were laughing. The dudes, at least like the Sun boys, at least one of them, he looked at her with disgust. He came out looking the most mature out of everyone in that crowd.
Okay, okay, so what are you trying to say?
I'm saying there's two types. There's subdivisions of the Sun. But that's also the same in other communities too, though.
It's the same in the white community.
I said I beat you to it.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, but in both races, the glider community, y'all have y'all issues. Of course, in the sun, we have our, but it's just when we cross and interact, doing something bad to each other, we just get really riled up instead of looking at it like a human situation.
We could look at
and
not
appeared
just
in court today on several charges.
CBS 58's Winnie Dorch was there and joins us live just outside the Walmart in Mount Pleasant. Winnie.
Well, 1 week later, and Pete Shader is still in shock. She says people should feel comfortable around store
wake
employees,
up.
but in her case, she feared for her life.
She's lost confidence to go shopping in a store.
Carl Riccardi is the attorney for 70-year-old PK Shader. She's now seeking justice by filing a suit against Walmart and its employee, 17-year-old Desaria Velasquez. Shader says Velasquez brutally beat her in the middle of the store.
It wasn't just a slap. She was punched multiple times in the face.
She's more disturbed no one came to her rescue.
No one called the police, including the manager, who came rushing over to do a incident report.
The incident happening on July 7th. Shader had a bad encounter with Velasquez and asked to speak to a manager. The criminal complaint says Velasquez's name tag was not visible, so Shader took out her phone to take a picture of Velasquez to send to corporate. Shader says that set Velasquez off.
She went crazy. She flew and she punched me fist right here, over and over again.
Riccardi and Shader want damages for all her injuries.
Look at pictures of Ms. Shader's face, and they will come to a reasonable decision as to what that type of conduct is worth.
Shader says her bruised face should be enough to fight her case.
How do you expect that from a store employee?
Hey, shout out to her for having real hair.
Yeah, shout out to all
Don't
the
shout
sons
that
who don't
girl
wear
out for
blonde
nothing.
hair.
She just beat a old woman. What are you shouting her out because of her hair?
That's
That
funny.
girl just beat the old woman up. You tell me some shout out for her hair. Forget her hair. She's a criminal. She
That's
beat
a hell of
somebody
an
that's old
afro,
enough to
though.
be our great grandmother.
The ancestors. Yo, we gotta do this on the show. We gotta do this new thing where if we get up to a certain amount of super chats, you gotta do the show standing up.
Wait, you got a what? You got a what?
He has to do the show standing up.
Oh man.
If we hit like a certain amount, I can do the show
I have
standing
not
up.
fallen asleep tonight. I'm up. I haven't fallen asleep tonight. Salute to
Lies.
salute the gliders on the moon. He says there's a few thousand racist gliders that pulled out their card. Most are sick of camera toting cry bullies, though. That's what I agree with Glider on the Moon. I don't think everybody who donated to Shiloh Hendrix GoFundMe's racist. I think that like he said, it's people with sun fatigue. People just have sun fatigue.
I just learned that this year what that was.
Yeah, sun fatigue.
Well, I
man.
disagree. They racist. I'm sticking with it. I'm standing 10 toes down. Some people racist. I don't care what y'all call me in
Patterns
the
don't
chat.
exist to you,
Don't care what you call me in the chat.
Brown
Some
sugar,
people racist.
everybody is racist. There are just some levels of racism that people have, or
No, but what she's talking
honest
about, yeah, but we're not talking about that. We're talking
I'm
about
talking about
racist.
that lady right there. That lady that he's talking about. The people that's
Yeah,
supporting her, calling
we're
a
not talking
child
about
the
all
N-word.
lives matter and shit. We're talking about real racists. Like real racist. I don't think that those people are really racist. I think those
Okay, well,
people are
saying they need to be America need to be 100% white is not racist. Okay,
no, but that's not
That
every
girl,
one of them.
that's
that
that's
girl
their
gotta be facing
belief.
what, 20 years? That girl gotta be facing 20 years in Walmart. I mean, that's elderly abuse, right? That's like a
I will
really
say
big
though,
felony, isn't it?
the Sun Burrito, she kind of reminds me of the Sun Tiger chick that allowed me to smash. Well, I don't want to say allowed, that I smashed. Of course, the
That girl
Sun
a
Tiger.
child.
Now, of course, the Sun Tiger chick, had her eyes were a little slanted, but shout out to her.
That
She's
girl
17.
is just black. That girl's not no Sun Burrito.
Her last
That
name is
girl.
Velasquez.
She is. She's
That
mixed.
doesn't mean shit.
That could have been her stepdaddy last name.
I'm gonna head out, but I'm gonna call you tomorrow. I want to tell you some interesting shit
All right,
an
man. That's
observation I
cool.
made.
Man,
Let's
you
just
up?
make sure you do it during the day, man. During the day.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. So there we go. Let's see. Let's see what else is going on out here. And
First at 5, we are hearing from the man charged with beating his pregnant girlfriend outside an apartment complex in Montgomery County. That man now admitting to the crime, telling NBC 10 he's sorry.
big dude.
Thank you for joining us on NBC 10 News at 5
We covered this the other day. I didn't know that was because she didn't know who it was. The woman didn't know who it was. No, it was another. No, it was a guy who saw it. It was a guy who saw it, and I think the woman didn't know who it was.
They said that she was running away from the tenant, the landlord.
Yeah.
So
First at 5, we are hearing from the man charged with beating his pregnant girlfriend outside an apartment complex in Montgomery County. That man now admitting to the crime, telling NBC 10 he's sorry. Thank you for joining us on NBC 10 News at 5 o'clock. I'm Jacqueline London.
And I'm Johnny Archer. Police say the victim told police that he wanted to end her pregnancy. Raymond Batista was arrested for the attack, and today he was taken to...
He wanted to end her pregnancy. Jesus Christ.
That's standard for black men, though.
That should be a what do they call that?
Your body, my choice.
Yo, but anyway, man, this right here, he's a big old guy, man, and he you think he's black? Yeah, he's some real. This is some real.
If he planned it, that should definitely be first degree. If he planned it,
this is some real.
Sorry. Thank you for joining us on NBC 10 News at 5 o'clock. I'm Jacqueline London.
And I'm Johnny Archer. Police say the victim told police that he wanted to end her pregnancy. Raymond Batista was arrested for the attack, and today he was taken to jail after a judge set his bail at $500,000. NBC 10's Deanna Durante was in the courtroom this morning and spoke with Batista.
You called it, Ak.
Raymond, are you sorry?
Yeah.
Despite a courtroom promise from Raymond Batista that the victim in the case is safe, a Montgomery County judge sent the 36-year-old to jail. Batista admitted in court Wednesday he was the one who beat his pregnant girlfriend early Thursday morning. As the video played in court, Batista sat, his head low, eyes closed, as the victim screamed. An ambush, prosecutors say he planned because he didn't want responsibility for the child.
And this is where her justice begins today.
Police zeroed in on Batista in the hours after the assault. They say the victim told police Batista wanted her to end her pregnancy. NBC 10 obtained this video of police at Batista's Allentown home on Thursday afternoon, just hours after the assault. This is when police say Batista told them he was home sleeping at the time of the attack, yet they say his car was seen on video near the crime scene, and license plate readers also verify it was on the road just after the attack, heading towards his house. Batista told police he was the only one with keys to the car. Officers say they found critical evidence in the car, including a ski mask. Batista said in court today the ski mask was, quote, from another job. He didn't plan the attack. After being released on unsecured bail Monday night, the DA's office filed a petition.
Damn, he got released. He just gets to walk out after that. That's crazy. What a great
isn't that the cashless bail or something like that?
Yeah, but it still should be discretionary. There should be certain cases where you don't qualify for that.
He's gonna try to kill her next time.
That's
B7NZ said something that's facts, and I agree 100%. What B7NZ is that Ben's what he just said in the chat. I agree 100%.
Let's see what the judge looks like.
And I could tell he's from Cali because he used the words sun car and glider car. Yeah, that's
to modify that. Batista said in court today the ski mask was, quote, from another job, and he didn't plan the attack. After being released on unsecured bail Monday night, the DA's office filed a petition to modify that bail, saying the victim was unsafe even in her own home.
It was kind of harrowing having to go to her home and remove her again. It was kind of like being victimized all over again, but she's safe at this point.
Batista, who arrived to court alone today, told the judge he was cooperating with police and said, quote, this was just a bad moment. Now, the judge in this case says that given that this attack was planned, he believes, and the danger to the victim and her unborn child, that high bail in this case was needed. As for the victim, we do know that she is recovering from multiple injuries. In Norristown, Deanna Durante.
Wow, that's absolutely
That
amazing.
made me want to throw up. Looking at how he beat that woman like that. That was sickening.
That is crazy. He just gets to go home. That's what you see. I mean, when you talk about voting, like if you that's voting. Votes like you vote for that policy right there.
Yeah,
to let people go like that. But now, does she deserve that? Because she probably 20-something-year-old girl, dumb as shit, voted for just voted Democrat. I've done. If that's true, then it may be true. But I mean, yikes.
The way he was walking with just his head held up high, didn't care the
Right.
cameras were on him. He had no shame whatsoever about it.
Because he knows that he can go to work. He's going to go to work tomorrow.
Oh wow.
No black women are going to dox him, call his job.
Nope.
No black women are going to call the gym because he obviously works out.
So we too
And
busy
the gliders,
fighting
and I hate to say this, but the gliders don't care about this one either. So the gliders aren't going to do any work, any footwork.
Wow, this is, jeez.
But that's so common. A man beating his
Thank you
pregnant
and welcome to
girlfriend
The
up.
Factor
That
Uncensored.
happens every day.
What?
A man of any race beating his girlfriend of any race.
Yeah, but getting caught on camera like that, no, that's not.
They get caught on
doesn't
camera
happen.
all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not the
Thank
first
you
time he
and
did
welcome to
that.
The Factor
do y'all
Uncensored for
know-
joining us tonight. First up,
Do you okay? You know how we keep hearing about these plane crashing all the time? But then like the next when 2026 get here, we gonna find out it was like way more plane crashes that happened that we just didn't know about.
Right.
It's kind of like the
No, I'm
news.
not saying it doesn't happen. Like what I'm saying is like he got caught in 3D outside, running up on this girl, beating the shit out of her. That doesn't happen like that. May say it happens every day. It just doesn't happen with the.
You just don't hear about it on the news.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
so. Aldous Orwell says Ox snore so hard made Shiggers computer rattle.
What the heck is a computer?
Nah,
your
because I
computer,
said you was
computer.
snoring so loud you made my computer rattle.
Oh, damn! I'm so late. I'm so late in decoding these.
Your computer. I didn't know how to spell it. I'm glad I know how to spell it now. Capruder. Okay. Capruder. Okay, now I got it. Shout out to Douglas Chunks, man. Douglas Chunks, he says, I haven't asked for much from you. However, I think it might be a good idea to use some membership gift dollars to purchase a show exclusive cell phone. So more of your mods can nudge you away.
You need a contingency plan.
You know what? I'm gonna get what are those? What's those little phones that you buy at the CVS or the Rite Aid? It's like
Are you talking about the burner phone? Wait, what?
Yeah, but I forgot what they call them. Yeah, they like a burner phone. But yeah, I mean, I gotta give the mods my number, man. My other phone isn't even
Actually,
working.
no. Ak, don't give them your number. Open a Discord. Open a Discord server. And have a locked channel only for your mods.
I'll play this video. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna see what they talking about. Who died after twerking?
Yeah, that's a good idea though, Doug. I gotta give I don't even have my phone on me. My phone is upstairs. I just didn't want to go get it because I didn't want to break the show up. But go ahead.
Yeah, get a Discord.
This one right here? You talking about this one, Brian Shigley?
Yeah, I want to see this story. They said 2 women dead.
Thank you and welcome to The Factor Uncensored for joining us tonight. First up, 2 death investigations underway. The first in Atlanta. According to USACrime.com, a woman named Maya died during a night out with friends. Now, officials report it is not available just yet, but the website says the victim was twerking in front of a vehicle her friends were inside of. Someone behind the vehicle or the wheel then drove over her, killing her, dragging her body under the vehicle and leaving her body behind in the middle of the road. And in Missouri, another case, an 18-year-old named Nyla Simmons also killed. Investigators say Simmons was dancing on top of an SUV when she fell off of the vehicle, followed by a fire truck running over her.
It's a black thing. You wouldn't understand.
She tried to ghost ride the whip.
Jesus Christ.
Damn, I thought Ghost Ride the Whip was an old ass song by Mr. Fab. I didn't know that was still a trend.
You sisters are just, man. Yo, you sisters are one of a kind, man.
And killing her just seconds later. People have been talking about both.
Oh, Ark, what happened?
He gone.
No, I'll come back.
Okay, it's not just me then. Thought it was my internet.
Well, add that to the list of nothing is safe around sons. Like,
shout out to the sons in
funerals,
Lewisham
vigils,
for not trying
twerking.
to make me a lick. Black Sundown. Damn, Amanda, you're cold for that. Welcome back.
I didn't get the first one. So the first one was the chick was twerking in front of her friend's car and they just ran her over.
Damn.
It looked like.
Do y'all really? Now that I'm thinking about moving cars and stuff, do y'all really think that iShow Speed really jumped over that Lambo that came at him?
No.
What?
I don't watch him.
Oh, he was trying to show his like athletic ability, so he would have like a Lambo come at him at almost full speed, and he would hop over it. Now I'm wondering if he really did that.
That's very random of you, man.
I was thinking about cars.
What the fuck?
That was a proven edit. Oh.
You a glider.
She said you a glider.
What's up?
Are you a glider?
I'm a tiger glider. There's my profile right there. My avatar right there. I don't know if you can barely see it, but yeah.
They do that. They just say random stuff like
that. It's me. Yep. I am a Planador Tigre. I am a Planador Tigre, which is tiger glider. Yeah. Portuguese for tiger glider.
Some wigs or anything since you got a tiger in you.
For weed?
Wigs.
Oh,
you got a hair plug? I'm serious.
Oh man. I don't have those business connections.
Oh. Useless.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm a useless tiger.
Salute to Sean Moriarty. Sean, he says let me see. He says the Footscray protest that happened last week. I don't know, but I'll have to check that out. I'll check that out. Footscray protest. I'll check it out. Shout out to Aster J. He says, I've been listening to you since the car days, and by a country mile, Brown Sugar says the dumbest shit. Even dumber than this guy.
I love you too.
Even dumber than what's your face? Tiger Glider, man. Salute to Aster J. He says, once again.
Is that a shot at me?
Once again.
Ark's in that mood tonight.
That's all good.
He says, hold on. He said, he asked the J what was on your head, brown sugar. Oh, he on your noggin.
He say what? What he say?
Hold on, I'm about to read it. He's on your noggin. I'm trying to pull it up, man. 1 second. Here we go. He's on your noggin. It keeps going to the thing, and I can't see it. I can't see. For some reason, won't let me read the whole thing when I'm on the site. He says, I once again, brown sugar proves what an intellectual lightweight she is. I've seen and heard son sisters say way worse. When was this? These must be old, man, because I don't think you deserve that. Okay, so these come in at 127. So this must have been when you were arguing with Pantheon. Okay. I was like, wow.
We weren't arguing.
No, that wasn't an argument. That was
It
just
was
her getting
not an
upset.
argument.
That was just her getting upset.
I did not get upset in any sense of way.
She was just mad because, I took her for the little black kid and called a nigga by a white woman. That's all.
Yeah.
I will say this, though. She's done a good job being as cool as a fan, and shout out to the chat for trying to unplug it. We're trying to pull the plug.
Pull the plug on what?
So you no longer be cool as a fan.
He's trying to.
The chat
he's
always.
for your time.
The chat always talking noise. And
He's
it's probably
for your time.
five people that's on like 5 chats per one person. You know it is.
Is it Sam? Was it Sammy? Sammy Jr.? No, Sammy Jr. He says I usually go at her.
All right, an argument over a parking spot turns deadly. We want to thank you for joining us tonight at 10. I'm Pete Garvin.
Good evening. I'm Daniela Guzman. Family members say 31-year-old father Abdul Ramon Waziri was shot to death Sunday night. Houston police say it happened at the Gables at Richmond Apartments off OC Street. KPRC2 reporter Corley Peel joining us now live from an HPD substation near the scene with what we know about this shooter. Corley?
Daniela and Keith, investigators say that the gunman admitted to the shooting, then handed over his gun to HPD, but he has not been arrested or charged. Abdul Rahman Waziri's family is hoping for more answers about this tragedy. With the sunset behind him, Abdul Rahman Waziri's family says the father was proud of the life he has built in the U.S.
We came from Afghanistan, from our country, because we were helping U.S. government, and my brother was working with special forces the whole time, and he was conducting some dangerous missions, and he was the lead person.
Yo, that's crazy. This is the second time we did this story, because remember in D.C., those little 14-year-olds killed the what is he, like a translator or something, working with special forces in Afghanistan?
Yeah, I remember
he was
that
in
one.
his car.
Yeah,
I think you said he was a Patel at the time.
Nah, he was from Afghanistan
when they were conducting the operation. And here we came to seek safety, but here is also not safe for us.
Abdullah Khan flew in from Florida after learning his brother was shot and killed Sunday night at the Gables at Richmond Apartments, where he lived with his wife and 2 young daughters. At the crime scene, Waziri's white car was seen parked in front of the mailboxes, his hazard lights still on. A black car was seen right behind his. HPD says a man shot Waziri multiple times after an argument over parking.
That's not something to shoot somebody for.
The accused shooter was seen being handcuffed at the scene.
Sunman dress.
Yeah, damn.
I mean, you know, it was once you heard parking spot, though, like, most people won't, like, you could just tell the sons don't value human life the way everybody else does. So when you hear about the something very inconsequential, someone being murdered over something inconsequential, it almost 90% is a safe bet that 90% of the time it will be a son person, especially if it's in public. Like if it's like an inconsequential thing in like broad daylight in a place in the public square, sons, we dominate those type of murders.
Man, Ak, you remind me of my son, Uncle. He's one of the very few people who kept it real with me.
Your son, Uncle? Oh,
Through
your
marriage,
son, Uncle.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Why he's not arrested in jail?
Because he probably said it was self-defense, and now they have to investigate it because now they have to go retrieve the cameras and they have to talk to witnesses, and then they're going to come back and arrest him in a couple of days. But they shouldn't let him go. Like, this whole thing of letting people just walk away after this shit is crazy.
After police say
he got
approached
shot
officers, letting them
while
know
in
who
his
he shot
car,
was
right?
zero.
I don't know when
If
he
the
got
guy got
shot.
shot while he was in his car, that's gonna be hard to prove self-defense.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
they still have to do investigation. He should start a GoFundMe really quick or GiveSendGo really quick.
Yep.
Handcuffed
He ain't
at
gonna
the
get no
scene
money.
after police say he approached officers, letting them know he shot Waziri during the argument. HPD says investigators took the man's gun, questioned him, but after consulting with the district attorney's office, he was released.
They need to do fair investigations. We need justice and peace.
Do you know if your brother knew the shooter, if they had any beef before?
No, my brother was not that type of guy. He was very nice, and all his friends here in this community, they knows him very well.
What are you going to miss the most about your brother?
I miss him. I can tell. I miss him so much. He was my support, and he has a family, the 2 daughters. I want to find out what was exactly wrong with that person, and he should get punished for that.
Well, that's a little
And
different.
HPD
He
says
definitely
even though
definitely
him
won't
him
see.
turning himself in instead of just like driving off and shit.
So
I'm surprised he actually did that.
the one tragedy from this is he definitely won't meet his 72 virgins.
Look, so the guy, he probably know how to interact with him. Because like for me, I know how to interact with our men, especially when I go visit back home. Like, you just gotta like apologize, be overly sorry, and you know, oh, dude, you try to get this spot. Dude, I'm so sorry. Hey, I could back out if you want it. Don't argue with them.
Yeah, they'll kill you. Like
They'll
they
kill
have no
you.
problem kill you. Like, killing you is not like the big thing that, because I think a lot of people. Well, listen, killing is a big thing. Like, but most people look at it as like this huge thing. Some men, they don't look at it as nothing until they get caught. After they get consequences, then it becomes something. But in that moment, it's nothing. Like, some men, when they get CCWs, like concealed carry cards, it's not for like, all right, I'm backed up to the wall. I'm backing up. If you come forward one step, that's for fuck you looking at bitch ass nigga. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's
That's
not.
for you cut me off, I'm gonna kill you.
It ain't for
I wish an MFer would.
Yeah, it's not for the same thing where y'all get y'all gun license for. We get our gun license to proactively shoot motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I think a lot of people and that's another thing that I think Elon helped too, because a lot of people are starting to see that, like, just like with that white lady, people are starting to see that white people are starting to see how much black people hate them. I think a lot of people are starting to see how little value black people have for human life, and it is nothing that can be done about it. Like, there's nothing you can't you know what I'm saying, you can't fix that. Like, you can't like talk them out of that, because it's something that just happens in the moment. It's just something that, and then it's also part of the culture too. It's DNA and it's culture, because the DNA makes the culture. So you can't fix it.
It's crazy because, like, yeah, some people don't value life, and then you got some glider people, they don't value life either, but in a different way. Like, they
Yeah.
believe, like, they value a life of a puppy over a baby or another human.
Oh, that's usually female gliders.
Like seriously, I'm been around them. Like
Yeah.
I'm around 100. I'm in their mind. I see what they think.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And yes, and it's like, yeah, I'm safer. Yeah, I deal with little bull crap, a little racism here and there. But yeah, but I'm safer around them. But it's like it's weird. Like, wow, you care more about a kitten than a human?
nigger? A
No,
nigger?
their own people.
Yeah.
It be
No,
their
I
own
know.
people. Because you gotta remember, they
Nah.
don't be around us.
Less.
They're not around us like
less
that.
of a liability.
Yeah, I never understood that. Like, why, like, in general, like Americans in general, or maybe especially gliders, they like really love their dogs.
It's because
Yeah.
we don't like other people's kids, and we usually tie their behavior to.
Well, I
the
mean,
parent.
because I hear it all the time, and like in the lexicon, like if some movies there, like they'll be like, "Oh, I don't care about the three, kids that died. Oh, I'm just happy this dog survived that fire." It's like, what the fuck?
They go back and burning buildings to save a dog.
Mm-hmm.
They raise their children. I did a story. You know what I mean? Stories I did on little white children ran and burning buildings and died trying to save an already dead puppy.
Dogs are okay. That's a little different, but yeah, I was gonna say dogs are the most loyal.
Let me see.
Only on KHU 11 News, we are hearing from the family of a father of three found murdered in his Northwest Harris County home a year and a half ago. Investigators say Austin Conyu was stabbed to death, but there are no firm leads now. Our Troy Class is the only reporter to speak with Austin's family. Troy.
Yeah, Mia, 19 months after Austin Conyu's murder, his family says that there are no leads, and the Harris County Sheriff's Office telling me today they do not have a motive for the murder. Lives are changed forever after Austin Conyu was murdered. The father of three and Infinity salesman would help anyone.
The girls will never have their dad walk them down the aisle. Pierce is the youngest little boy, and he'll never even remember his dad.
Celine and Harold Miller, Austin's mother and stepfather, got a call from detectives at 4 a.m. on September 22nd, 2023. Austin was dead.
It completely and utterly boggles my mind because everybody loved Austin.
Family says neighborhood cameras captured a person in a hoodie riding a mountain bike up to the home on Greenleaf Lake Drive, hopping the fence, breaking in, and stabbing Conyu.
I just feel like they're pure.
So it was
a glider.
Why you say that? Because the mountain bike?
Mountain bike, hopping the fence and stabbing.
No, but here's the thing. It could have been a robbery, a home invasion, and then he's in there and then you stab him. I think it could have been the son.
Been known for home invasion and robberies like that. That seems to be a trend over in Houston, I noticed.
Evil person.
Plus, I see so many sons riding around.
And I just
adults
am determined with my faith that we're going to find this person and bring them to justice.
Was there some disgruntled person he didn't give a good car deal to? I mean, that kind of detail was searched and researched, and nothing was found.
Adding to the mystery, Conyu and his wife had just closed the purchase on a new house the day before his death.
Wow. They were getting out of Blackistan. And he just
they
didn't get out
was living in the
enough.
hood?
Well, I mean, they bought a new house, and you know what I mean, and they were just about to leave. And
So if they was in the hood, it could have been a son man.
It don't even got to be the hood. It's just like Houston.
But that neighborhood actually looked nice.
That don't mean nothing. We got it's places back home that look real nice and just as dangerous, all outdoors.
Yeah.
Well, one thing the police don't have to worry about is just being like charged with like racism, not doing enough. They don't care about solving this crime. They don't have to really worry about that.
Right.
Now lots of you have been asking us, how does a teenager charged with capital murder and sentenced to 20 years get out after only serving 2? That's after we told you this week Benny Simmons is accused of robbing an 81-year-old woman just 4 months after getting out on parole. Maria Aguilera is getting answers for us tonight from experts who are calling this unbelievable. What can you tell us, Maria?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, Mia. Well, more of the teen's criminal record was revealed here in court today. And now prosecutors and legal experts are asking, how did he get out so early after a murder conviction at just 14 years old? Tonight, 18-year-old Benny Simmons is now behind bars on a $1 million bond, facing an aggravated robbery charge after police say he forcefully robbed and injured an 81-year-old woman near Harwin Drive. Investigators say Simmons left his cell phone at the scene, linking him to the crime.
I believe that your client is a danger to the community.
In court, a judge laid out Benny Simmons' violent past, convictions for 4 aggravated robberies and murder reduced from capital murder when he was just 14. He served 2 years of a 20-year sentence before being released on parole. Prosecutors say he committed another aggravated robbery while out. That history prompted the judge to raise his bond to $1 million.
If he does make bond, he'll be released to TJJD. The juvenile system is the one who let him out after serving only 2 years. So I'm going to put my faith in the citizens of Harris County and my bond.
Tonight, we spoke with KHOU 11 legal expert Karmelo about this case.
This entire case is incredibly unusual.
When asked about supervision for a juvenile on parole, she says there should have been.
A lot of things have been missed. A lot of people are going to look at this case and say, how could this happen?
Rose says while juvenile records are sealed and not available to the public, the DA's office has access and can be used in this case.
He's on parole for a 20-year sentence. If he's found guilty of any offense, including this current offense, he will have to serve out the entire 20 years. But keep in mind that the aggravated robbery he's now charged with, the range of punishment is a minimum of 5 years, up to 99 years or life in prison.
They better not give him 5.
Simmons has pleaded not guilty to his current aggravated robbery charge, and he's due back in court next month. Live in downtown Houston, Maria Aguilera,
He was not
KHOU 11
rehabilitated.
You can't rehabilitate.
Bizarre, man. That's
Very
bizarre.
good.
Very few people can be very few.
Yeah, some people can get rehabilitated, but a lot of them cannot.
Yeah, but
And
who's
a lot,
crazier?
and you gliders need to understand that. And I tell the gliders here because they believe in that rehabilitation crap. And I tell them, look, if you keep believing in that, your city and your town is gonna look like it does in the South.
I don't think any of the gliders in this life believe in rehabilitation, or at least in criminal rehabilitation. I honestly don't believe that.
Yeah,
I mean, who's crazier, like him that did the murder, or the people that let him out?
Nah, it's the people that let him out, and he thinks now because they let him out early that
Who did a white man kill those twins?
Weeks after the mysterious deaths of twin brothers from Gwinnett County, family says they have seen new
Yes.
surveillance
When it's
video
a
that
mystery,
changes
by
everything.
default,
So the
it's
video
the
shows
violence of it.
19-year-old Kydir and Nizir Lewis alive just hours before their bodies were found. The GBI says a hiker discovered the twins at the top of Bell Mountain in Hiawassee, nearly 90 miles from their Lawrenceville home.
11 Alive's Cody Alcorn has been following this case very closely. He's joining us now live from the Lawrenceville gas station, where a surveillance camera captured some of the brothers' final moments. Cody?
Jennifer and Ron, the GBI, originally came out believing this was a murder-suicide, but the family has never believed that. It's now been 52 days since the twins were found. And tonight, this video capturing the twins here behind me is fueling even more questions for this family.
Nothing adds up. Nothing makes sense. You know, I'm even more clueless now.
Samira Bronner and her twin sister Saburia are aunts to Kydir and Nizir Lewis. They say the brothers appear in surveillance video at this Shell gas station in Lawrenceville on Friday night, March 7th.
At night at 10:30 p.m.
The station sits on Hurricane Shoals Road near Collins Road, just 9 minutes from the family's home.
They pretty much walked inside the gas station, walked out.
Nothing in the video appeared to stand out.
Drinking water, eating snacks, and dressed how they would normally dress.
But 12 hours later, their bodies are found on Bell Mountain, shot. The mountain is nearly 90 miles away.
See, yeah, they're gonna blame white people. They're blaming white people online for this.
Sundown Town.
Yeah.
Sundown
But
Town.
they could have made a suicide pact.
Right.
For what?
I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying it could be possible that they
Yeah.
agree that we're gonna take our lives here and we're gonna die.
But anytime there's a mystery, it's the glider's fault. The glider thing.
Yeah.
Before they found out who Nipsey Hussle, who
what
shot
the glider
him,
did
they
was
were
he
saying it
took
was
pictures of their dead body and sent it to people. That's why he's in trouble. He pulled like a Kobe Bryant type thing, like,
Oh,
taking
wow.
pictures. Yeah. That's why he's in trouble. But I think they probably did a suicide pact.
So is this area like outside of the gate, TL?
Think so. I don't know. I don't know what this is in relationship to
90 miles away.
They were seen here alive at 10. So how do they end up in the mountain?
The family says the twins weren't hikers.
And it's super dark out there. They're not familiar with the roads out there.
And they shouldn't have been in Georgia. The brothers had a flight booked to Boston early that same morning.
But the Uber driver got them there late, so they missed their flight.
Their plane tickets were still in their wallets. What was meant to be a quick trip to visit friends ended with a deadly detour to a remote mountaintop.
I want to know exactly what happened to them.
Yeah.
One thing I know for sure that they did not do nothing to themselves.
Well, that's who killed them, their
GBI confirming
friends.
tonight the twins' vehicle was found inside the gates at Bell Mountain. As we've previously reported, those gates are locked at dusk and not reopened, which means they were locked until 8 a.m. And again, the twins were seen here at 10:30 the night before, and their bodies were found at 11 a.m. the next day.
Wait, so they were headed
Now
to
this,
Boston.
lots of you.
Isn't that another sundown town?
That's a real mystery. I hope they find out who did it.
Yeah, that is crazy.
That's a mystery because it sounds like some glider stuff. Then it sounds like some sun stuff, and then it sounds like they also killed themselves too. Like we just have no idea.
I would bet on Suns. I would bet on Suns because if I was a betting man, even though it doesn't appear to be that way, I would just bet on Suns.
Unless they try to meet up with a freaky glider, they want to like sleep with some twin brothers.
This don't look like a Sun MO though. Like I can't think of Suns doing something and then driving all the way in the woods like that. It just doesn't.
Maybe they didn't. Maybe they were dead when their bodies were driven out there. You know.
And they carry the dead bodies all the way up there.
I don't know.
I thought it was ruled a murder suicide. No.
Yeah, it was, but Sun's not gonna let that.
That's a glider serial killer out there doing this.
Yeah, they're not gonna let that be.
I mean,
like
the
that.
thing is though, the way they could probably determine that is like, you know, the gunshot residue on like the one person's hand. You know, they can know that they pulled the trigger.
Right, and trajectory, the bullet, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see this one. Cleveland.
Postal worker caught on camera in full uniform, allegedly beating a young girl. Now, 7 months later, that letter carrier hasn't been charged with the crime. 19 investigator Mike Mason has a disturbing video, and it is a story you'll see on just one.
Where I started.
According to this police report, the officer who handled this case
I'm
planned
going
on
to bed.
pressing
Good night,
charges,
y'all.
but that didn't happen. So we began digging around to find out why. And what we uncovered is alarming.
Hey, get out for her! Get out for her!
The video is unbelievable. A U.S. postal worker in full uniform caught on camera allegedly beating on a 10-year-old girl. The brawl breaking out in broad daylight just outside of Cleveland Elementary School. It happened last September at Ben Franklin Elementary, right after students were released from class. A police officer with the Cleveland Metropolitan School District took the call. According to his report, a 10-year-old girl told him that while walking to the bus,
a
another
big-ass
girl
10-year-old.
attacked her with a book bag. She said that's when the girl's mother, a U.S. postal
Oh,
worker,
mother.
also got involved. The report
Mother.
states the girl's mother jumped into the fight and called the girl a B word before pushing her to the ground, causing that girl to hit her head on a tree. Since the postal employee hasn't been charged, 19 Investigates has chosen not to identify her. In the officer's report, he notes several offenses that he believes the postal worker should be charged with, including assault and endangering a child. He also stated he referred those charges to the city prosecutor's office, but 19 Investigates found CMSD police sent this case to the county prosecutor's office by mistake. Last November, the county sent this letter to CMSD, declining to prosecute since they only handle felony cases. Meanwhile, 19 Investigates obtained the video and police report. We questioned CMSD as to why, after several months, they haven't submitted those charges to the city for prosecution. This week, a spokesperson from the city prosecutor's office told us we didn't receive any information involving this case from CMSD until they forwarded some reports over on April 17th, nearly 7 months after the incident occurred.
Wow.
It's important to note that these reports were only sent to us because we asked CMSD about the case after you had initially reached out to us on April 16th. So for 7 months, this case collected dust. The city prosecutor's office says CMSD still wants to pursue charges, but they're now waiting to meet with CMSD police to discuss the case. 19 Investigates contacted the postal employee, but she didn't want to comment. So we reached out to the U.S. Postal Service, and an inspector replied by email saying this incident falls outside of our purview and would be a local law enforcement matter as the employee was off the clock, merely still wearing her postal uniform. CMSD hasn't explained exactly why they waited until we got involved some 7 months later before they sent this case to the city prosecutor's office for review. When we learn more, we'll of course keep you posted. In Cleveland,
So even though sister was in her uniform, it ain't nothing because she was off the clock. Jesus, if a white woman would have said in the N-word in her uniform, she would have been fucking fired, doxxed, everything. The sister's fighting the 10-year-old.
We already know what happened because the story's there when the white woman in the playground.
Yeah,
she was in no uniform.
This sister's beating the shit out of a 10-year-old in her fucking uniform, postal service uniform. And the video's viral. And everyone knows, the police know who she is, and it just shit.
Got it right. Thank you. I'm trying to. It's kind of hard, but at the end of the day, my son, and I have to, because ain't no one in this world gonna teach or love my son the way I do.
A Cleveland mother recently moved to get her children in a better school. Now the reality hits home. Crime happens everywhere. Her teenage son was held up at gunpoint. His mother is speaking with our Harry Boomer about the terrifying ordeal. He joins us live now with a story you'll see here on Just One Station. Harry.
That's right. Let me be clear. The incident did not happen on school grounds. The robbery took place about 75 feet away when the teen and his twin sister went over to that convenience store right over there to go in and buy some things.
You know, two dudes walk up to me. They was like, hey, let me get that up off you. I'm like, what? I don't got nothing. Then you ever talking about, let me get that ski off you.
A ski is a mask kids wear as fashion these days. The 8th grader at St. Jerome Elementary shocked to be robbed at gunpoint. At first, the 14-year-old tried to stand his ground, but suddenly one of the two teens got aggressive.
Dude grabbed the gun, put it to my chest, tried to hide a little bit.
The 14-year-old, whom we are not showing or naming to protect his identity, did the right thing, the smart thing. He gave the robbers what they wanted, realizing you cannot beat a bullet. His mother, Mazaria Hart, says her son is emotionally scarred.
It seems like the violence is not getting any better. So it's traumatizing because I'm trying to raise my kids right. My son just got accepted into Lake Catholic High School.
Chirp.
So it's like,
I
just want things to get better.
the 14-year-old with his twin sister on their way to a convenience store when the robbery happened yesterday afternoon. A surveillance camera at Lakeshore Food Mart caught some of the incident on camera. It's something the whole family may never get over.
It hurts me seeing my son like that. Like something you work hard and earn for, and someone takes it from you.
Golly.
It's disappointing.
As I said to you before, the good thing is he's alive.
Yes, sir.
He's still alive, and his dreams can come true.
Yes, sir.
Jesus Christ.
The guy decided to pull that.
That fucking chirp. Jesus Christ. On that note, man, great show, guys, man. Great show. Let me just read these super chats, man. Shout out to Douglas Chunks, man. Douglas Chunks. Boy Kachina says, Brown Sugar Love. Shout out to Ock in the Nation. Salute to Boy Kachina, man. Shout out to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ricken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. Shout out to Barry B, Ock Nation Hall of Fame, coming through once again. Shout out to they say it's a gang shooting in Minneapolis. Damn. Doug Juck says we're way overdue for a war on thug and gang culture. Gangs are absolutely domestic terrorists. I pray the administration designates them as such. Yeah, that would be very interesting. Black people are going to be hot if they designate gangs, because that they know they are covered. Their children and their kids are in deep shit. I mean, deep shit. If
tragedy here today as
deep shit if they designate gangs as domestic terrorists or something like that. Black kids are going to be in deep shit.
the city had this long streak that the chief has talked about recently of no homicides and the fact that violence in Minneapolis has been on the decrease in record numbers. 67% decrease in homicides, and then now we have the news that overnight we knew that 3 people had been shot and killed, and now today we're hearing that another person also has been killed. So let's just recap a little bit, because there are several different crime scenes here. If you're just joining us, overnight there was an incident. Let me just get to my notes here because I want to make sure I get this right. Okay, so overnight there was a shooting near 25th Street and Bloomington Avenue. It was just before midnight. Amber, I don't know if you still have that map.
Yeah,
that
I do.
You can pop
want
up.
it?
That was super helpful to be able to show the proximity here, especially. So as we're taking a look there, the point at the top, the red point, that is where we were just now, I believe. And if you go down just a little bit, is it the end point there?
So the
Right in
spot
there.
in the middle here,
Okay,
that
that's
is
the
where that
first-
shooting happened
Okay, so
last night.
The first shooting here just before midnight near
Mhm.
25th Street and Bloomington Avenue. That's in the Phillips neighborhood.
Yep.
There were 5 victims when police showed up. 3 people who died at the scene, 2 men and 1 woman. And then it sounds like 2 others were brought to the hospital and in critical condition, and still also in critical condition at this time. And then a second shooting about 5 blocks away, not sure how much
down
later
here.
it was, but down there was a second shooting. And we don't know a whole lot about that shooting other than to say that a victim was dropped off at the hospital. And police are, as the chief said, just barely 14 hours into this investigation.
Mhm.
And even overnight, Amber did not say...
Did not connect them,
he did not connect them.
firmly. He did say it is suspicious that they happened in such close proximity to each other and within such a short time frame, but he did not actually say concretely that MPD is tying those 2 scenes together.
And you see at the bottom of your screen, he did mention that they do believe at this point that these are targeted shootings. And he even went so far last night as to say they believe that this is gang related. In fact, you may have heard the mayor off the top talk about the fact and they responded and found a man in his 30s who was struggling there, trying to hold on to his life. And he ended up dying at the scene despite life-saving efforts. And then even more disturbing than that is there could have been the potential for some more tragic deaths.
We are following breaking news from overnight. 6 people shot. This was just outside of downtown Minneapolis.
3 people died. We understand this happened in the Midtown Phillips neighborhood just before midnight. Our Pauline Lee joins us from the live desk running through what we know so far. Pauline?
Hey, guys. Yeah, you remember it was just about maybe a week and a half ago that we reported Minneapolis's first homicide in more than 2 months. After last night's mass shooting, Minneapolis Police Chief Brian O'Hara says this is
a counter
beyond
going.
frustrating. Let's take you back to last night. Police are now investigating 2 scenes. The first at 25th and Bloomington. That's where officers arrived to find 5 people shot. 3 victims, 2 men and a woman, died at the scene. The other 2, another man and another woman, were taken to the hospital. About an hour later, police responded to gunfire just blocks away. Shortly after that, a person who had been shot showed up at the hospital. Chief O'Hara says this kind of violence needs to stop.
Tonight? No shit. No shit.
They said nobody's died in 2 months, and then all of a sudden 5 people die.
Yeah, in one night. That is absolutely insane. Because think about it, like you have a right to brag about that. If you're in a major city, democratically run city, and you don't have a homicide for 2 months, you should brag about it. But then you jinx yourself. It's like you say that he's hit his last 20 free throws. It's like it's just it's like, yeah, it's fucked up. They just bragged about it. They just were like, yeah, and damn. That's some people for you, and now this is probably gonna lead to several more shootings. There's retaliation, so now the city's on fire. Now all the gains they made may be undone by the end in a month. You know what I mean? That's why that's why they do it every year. The gains that the police officer made with the crime, the cutting down on crime, the gains. Or all the progress they made, cutting crime down, could be gone in a very short period of time because it's going to lead to retaliation. It's just
their quota for blood, there's a bloodthirsty quotient.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's amazing. They went 2 months without a homicide in a Democrat city. That's a pretty big city too. That's absolutely amazing. But they have a small black population though. It's still a Democrat city though.
St. Floyd was watching over them.
That's true. A patron saint, man. Shout out to Jim Sefton from across the pond, man. Jim Sefton in the building, man. Salute to all you guys, man. This was a great show. Let's check the ticker one more time. Let's see where let's see where our friend Sophie is at. She was at 208 last time we checked. Let's see where she's at before we get out of here. That's Sophie, Shiloh. Her name's Shiloh. Let's see where she's at now.
Did she lose her job?
Wow, 215. She didn't have a job. She was unemployed. So she just made $7,000 since we last checked.
Damn.
So while we've been on air, she's made $50,000. While we've been on over $50,000 while we've been live, and we've been live for 3.5 hours. She made $50,000.
Are the Sun politicians like Jasmine Crockett going to start talking about this?
Oh, of course, people are going to be upset about it, but the GiveSendGo is in a bit deep shit because he's got that other Carmelo Anthony thing up on his site, so he's got to be, and he's got to let this rock. I think he's got to let this one rock.
Did you see him on Jason Whitlock's show?
Yeah, I saw a piece of that. Yeah. He's that guy. The GiveSendGo guy. He's a piece of shit. He's a fake
Yeah,
conservative.
he's slimy.
Yeah.
Yeah, very slimy fucking piece of shit. Any final thoughts, man?
Thank you, Ak, for
When the
allowing us to
WNBA
speak
season
on your
start?
platform.
Alrighty.
When does the WNBA season start?
Oh,
May?
preseason starts tomorrow. Preseason's
Whenever
about
Calin Clark says it does.
Yeah, or should I
exactly.
say when is when is the first Fever game?
Yeah, make sure you check out my other channel, Ock Nation TV, for WNBA coverage. Get in the comment section, man. Hit the like button. Peace. I'm out of here. Subscribe to the channel.
Peace.
Salute.